Hey, Spaz.
Hey, what up?
Who sucks?
Your team.
Oh, you're on.
Everybody's team.
You're on it tonight. I like this.
Every week your team sucks. Every week we let you know we are here to make fun of you. The After Dark Show is upon you. The After Dark Show is upon you. Every week your team sucks. Every week we let you know we are here to make fun of you. Every week your team sucks.
God damn it.
Man, he did it again.
Every
Fucking
week.
Week. This guy. God
Someone else showed
damn
up.
it.
I am.
Erica,
Hi, how's it going?
what's going on?
Oh, just got home, so I thought I'd come say hello.
Well, hello.
Awesome.
And hello.
there.
And hello, everyone in the chat. Welcome into the After Dark Show right here on the Quacking Off channel. We've got our normal panel of idiots
The Misfits.
who can't live without college football. And your team does suck. That is true.
Yep.
Just in general.
And unfortunately, if you're Iowa, you feel like your team really sucks because the last 2 weeks you almost had it.
Yeah, well, don't even get me going. So disappointing. I really thought we had USC there.
Well, this
Yeah,
is
you did.
this is a special treat for me because I don't know if you noticed, but the shirt that I'm wearing, SC, graduated there in 1997, and I gotta say, Erica's a fantastic commentator, but unfortunately, my condolences for the Hawkeyes losing 26-21 against a superior USC team. But I will give credit to that Iowa defense; they are legit. And it's a really good Iowa team this year, so you should still be proud of them, in my view.
Yeah, I guess, but I want to win. I don't want moral victories.
Well, if you had Deacon Hill, you would have won.
Yeah, I doubt that very sincerely.
I'll
Well,
shut
I
up
do-
now.
I do have to question. I brought this up with Spaz, and it was an unpopular topic probably on the Oregon show this last Tuesday night. Was, for instance, in the Oregon game against Minnesota, they called a touchdown on a pass where he barely got his foot halfway in bounds. Then he actually lost control of the ball after he hit the ground out of bounds, and they still called it a touchdown after review. Well, same thing. Iowa in the 2-point conversion against Oregon. It was called 2-point good. Then they called it not because they couldn't see. And then the 4th down play for Iowa where he actually landed in bounds but ended up out of bounds, and they called it incomplete. I'm like, does anyone know what the hell a completion is in football anymore?
Well, I also don't think the refs know what a face mask is because there were 2 that were clear as day and they went uncalled.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't see the Iowa game, but I heard that Iowa got screwed by a critical call in the 4th quarter. Is that true? What was it?
We got screwed by a bunch of calls, but I don't want to blame the refs entirely because I think the officiating stuff, while there's something to it in this case, I don't want to blame the loss completely on them because we need to do better. I think something's going on with my AirPods here. Wait one second.
There's some
So
other thing
we're
going
just
on.
rolling into game breakdowns. Don't we normally? That's like we all introduce ourselves and then.
Well, no, we're talking about referee stuff right now.
Okay.
We're not doing game breakdowns necessarily. I know Adam
We're
and
just-
Spaz tried to ruin the intro here, but
I'm just
I'm going to kill someone's microphone. I swear to God. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm just muting people now. Yeah, it's Sean.
Hold on.
You're good. You're good. It's fine. But yeah, okay.
You feel
Spaz,
okay?
one by
Am I
one.
fine?
Oh
man.
my
Oh
God.
my God, what is that?
That is Sean.
Yeah, I turned off my AirPods. Now I'm just using the speakers from my tablet. So
All
it's
right, wait.
definitely-
Does that change anything?
I don't know. Does it?
Yes.
Oh,
Did
excellent.
it?
There it is.
Oh shit! I had a. Yeah. Okay.
Beautiful. It's beautiful now. It's gorgeous. Damn,
Oh,
Sean.
there we go. Yeah, that does sound better now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then let's go one by one. Spaz, then Adam, and Eric. Everyone, please do tell everyone where they can find you online if they want to. I don't know why they would want to, but if they want to, you know.
I'm Spaz, aka Ben is my bitch.
As you pointed to Adam. Good job. Good job.
But yeah, you can find me on X at Quacking Off or at Sean Spaz Drag. Yeah, also, our TikTok channel is at Quacking Off 2, the number 2.
I gotta add that to the description still. I apologize.
Yeah, and yeah, we're just trying to get more content out and do some more for the show, and hope to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the season. We're a little over 75 right now, so hey, it's a good start for our first year on our own.
Yeah, well, I'm Adam, and you can find me at www.whitehouse.gov. Just look for the West Wing, and you'll. Actually, sorry, that wasn't true. I'm the host of co-host of Rutgers at the Voice of College Football, team that keeps on losing. But you know what? I don't care. Just Google me, and I don't know what you'll find, but that's the best way to find me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, this isn't the AA meeting, Clint. Ah, damn it. I must be in the wrong fucking room. Shit.
Am I the next person or?
Yep, you're up, Erica.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Erica. I don't have a show. I'm just an Iowa fan who is tired of losing close games, and we've been doing that all year, and I'm fed up with it. But you can still find me on Twitter, Ericita0115, if you want to read about me complaining about Kirk Ferentz or cheering on women's basketball at Iowa. Also posting cute pictures of dogs that aren't mine and talking about travel. So if any of that interests you, feel free to follow me and I'll follow you back. Looking forward to having a good discussion tonight about how we got screwed and how poorly we played.
That's you, Sean.
Is that my turn now?
Yep.
All right. Okay. I'm Sean. Also, like Erica, showless. It's about the only place you'll find me on YouTube, but fan of the number one team in the country, the Ohio State University Buckeyes. Just another routine 40-point victory this weekend.
Blech.
And additionally, we did the wrestling team just finished a dual national championship victory over Erica's Iowa Hawkeyes tonight. Whooped their butts 27-12. It's been a good weekend. Oh, my high school team is also going to the state semifinals next weekend. We beat a bunch of Christian Reformed white bread bums from Hudsonville. Life could not be better, honestly. It's just a phenomenal sports weekend all around for Sean.
Oh,
And you can find you can look on all the social media networks. It's all everything's my just my legal name, Sean Garner. I don't go by any fancy handles. So, but yeah, you can find me also
Here's the
on
feds are
Cloud9
already on
because
game,
everything is freaking fantastic right now. So
Typical modest Buckeye fan here.
absolutely.
Never mind, Sean. I'm
Absolutely.
just kidding with you. You know that.
No, Erica, that was exactly accurate, and I share that sentiment. And I also want to dedicate this show to Elvis Presley, just because I love Elvis.
Did he die?
And have never.
Did Elvis die?
On
Which
August
look-alike?
1977, but I've never been able to dedicate anything to Elvis, so I'm going to take this
I
opportunity.
thought he really died. Okay.
Depends who you ask, I guess.
Elvis did not fake his death. He died of. Well,
Are you kidding? He's an evangelicist in Kentucky or something, don't you know?
no, he's a professional wrestler in WWE who goes by the name of God, and he's a bad guy. Very ironic.
Yeah, Dave. They play their the finals of the Michigan finals are at Ford Field. So, yep. If the East Kentwood Falcons can get past the Detroit Catholic Central Shamrocks next weekend, I will definitely be making the trip to downtown Detroit, most underrated city in America.
Speaking of Detroit, did the Lions win today?
They were
They
playing.
are currently losing.
They're
It's still-
losing.
Yep,
Yeah,
they're about to be down
13-6.
10 points here in a minute.
Ay, ay, ay. God darn it.
What's their
I
record?
watch Lions because a few of my Iowa guys are on that team, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Jack Campbell there.
Lacorda.
Porta. Yeah. We replaced one Iowa tight end with another. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Deacon Hill is on the Lions.
So no, I don't think he is. Last time I checked, unless that's changed.
No, it's a men's softball team somewhere in Utah.
Okay,
Call it the Lions.
gotcha.
Anyway, I'll stop being stupid. So
You got mixed up with Spencer Petras. He's
No, his name isn't Petrus. His name is Petrash.
where's Cooper DeJean playing?
He's on
Philly.
the Eagles.
Philly. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's the one who intercepted Mahomes during the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
Pick 6, baby.
He was a great player.
Oh man, I miss him. Let me tell you,
Yeah, he was great.
I miss those days where we had a better. Well, I shouldn't say that because we still have a top defense, but it's not Iowa up to Iowa standards, in my opinion.
What do you think about Iowa next year? Are they going to be returning a lot of their players?
Well, we're losing some people. We're returning a lot of people. We're losing Mark Gronowski. He's going to be out of eligibility, but we actually won a battle for a 4-star quarterback. So I'm kind of excited about that because that would never happen before. It was actually the quarterback I brought up on this show when we talked Oregon, Iowa, who was committed to Boise State, and he ended up committing to the Hawkeyes a few days, or actually, it was right before the Oregon game, I think. And then also we just got a 4-star tight end from Iowa to Luke Brewer, who had offers from Tennessee, Iowa State, and I think another SEC school. He had quite a few offers, but we ended up getting him. So that's good. That's a step in the right direction.
Erica,
And I think we need to go to the portal for receivers too.
Erica, I have one question for you. When Iowa was playing Rutgers, at any time in that game, were you worried before Iowa got away? No?
No,
Yeah,
never.
I figured.
Sorry, but I'm just telling the truth.
It's all good.
I mean, we should be beating Rutgers every time we play, which we pretty much do. So, I mean, I knew they would come through. But you know what? That being said, it was a good game. I enjoyed that game.
Yeah,
It was back and forth.
it was good for the first 3 quarters until Iowa just pulled away. And credit to them.
Well, my perspective is it was good the whole 4 quarters, of course, because I was on the winning side of it. But yeah, it's just, this year as an Iowa fan, I have to say, it's very hot and cold. Part of me is well, we've improved and we're not getting blown out by good teams anymore, but we're so close to beating them that it's even in a way more frustrating to me. So I don't know. I'm ready for next year, and I'm ready to keep watching women's basketball because we're doing a darn good job in women's basketball again, and that makes me happy. We have a lot of good recruits.
So are you saying Iowa's playoff shots are their chances?
They're done. They're done. Yeah, they're done. They'll get into a nice bowl probably, but we usually get into a decent bowl. So I mean, that's not exciting as an Iowa fan. That's status quo.
Iowa and Texas will play each other in the Blue Bonnet Bowl.
In what?
The Blue Bonnet Bowl or the Bibberty Bowl.
Well, if it's any consolation, Erica, I don't think USC is going to the playoff. I think they're going to lose in Eugene. I don't think they look particularly great.
Well, yeah, I don't think they're going to beat Oregon either. I mean, if I'm being really honest with you, I don't think so either. And I'm not just saying that because I'm pissy about losing, but I genuinely think that the Ducks are better.
And you held the Ducks to 18 points at Kinnick State. And that was a hard game. I mean, but you guys played well.
That was another game where we were just so stinking close, and that's just, that's a typical game of this season. The times we've won, we've been close, and look what we did. We played Indiana better than anybody else, and it's just frustrating. We're finally almost there, and yet so far, so close yet so far.
Yeah. Well, hopefully next year, because you definitely have a good team. But I will say Rutgers was also close, guys, against the Ducks. They only lost by 45 points. And if you think about this, right, 45 is not necessarily like if you're driving in a car 45 miles an hour, that's not that fast. If you have 45 cents, yeah, you're not rich. You know what I'm saying? It was only 45.
45. I mean,
it could have been
nothing. No big deal.
It could have been 245 if they didn't take the gas off at the end of the third quarter.
In all fairness, going before we get into the topic of the show about whose playoff chances are over, going to Rutgers, I was kind of surprised that we did it that way because I was a little nervous about going cross country. Iowa, of course, everyone had a bye week before that. So when you go on the road before a bye week, other teams have more time to prepare. This week, though, USC playing Iowa and still getting by 5 points. Now having to go immediately to Oregon, I think favors the Ducks a little bit.
What was the call, Eric, at the end of the game that they said sealed the game?
Oh, with the assistant coach stepping out?
I don't know what it was.
It was an unsportsmanlike penalty, wasn't it?
Which they didn't even show. So this is, I don't want to rant too much. It's too late here to rant, but I want to, and I'm going to try and hold myself back. What sealed the game at the very end, I think this is what you're referring to, Spaz, is that apparently there was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on an assistant coach, which they did not show on TV. They didn't say who did it. They just said it was an assistant coach, and there's rumors about who that is, but no one knows for certain. And they didn't even show the penalty, nothing. And then you have Riley on the other sideline, like
jumping around like a fucking idiot. Like, yay, we did
that's
it.
Sportsmanlike? Is that sportsmanlike? I would argue not, but it is what it is. Like I said, the refs definitely had an influence in it. I'm not saying it's the whole story because we didn't deserve to win with how we played in the second quarter. So I'm not going to go there like some fans do. Oh, the officiating was shit, blah, blah, blah. That's why we lost. No, it's part of why we lost, yes, but it's not the whole story. And they don't even show the darn, penalty. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was, so I was like going, what are they talking about? All I hear is this. All they keep showing is like, and that'll do it.
Right, exactly. That's my point. And then these the commentators who were commentating on the game, one of them was an ex-USC coach or something.
Pat Hayden?
I'm not sure. I just heard some Iowa fans talking. I don't know enough about USC to know. But it was a former USC coach or
Pat
something.
Hayden's dead.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Hayden's dead?
Yeah, I think
I had
so.
the audio off, so
if you're a referee in the Iowa USC game, it's obviously close. Calling an unsportsmanlike on an assistant coach is utterly ridiculous.
That's
They
wild.
didn't show it. They didn't replay what the penalty was. No accountability whatsoever. And then they called Caden Weegan out of like he didn't make that catch. It looked like, from what I could tell, that he was in when he made the catch and then pushed out. And then another time he was running out. He had caught a pass from Mark and he'd run out of bounds. And then he got hit after the call was played dead. And they didn't call that as a penalty. They just said it was a legal hit.
oh yeah, I saw that one. Everyone was like,
Come on.
what?
Like, come on. That's
Normally
No.
that's a penalty immediately. They throw the flags pretty quickly on that.
if it was USC who had done that, it would have been called good. Like it wouldn't have been. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean about the refs, like there's and then they missed 2 face masks, and it's not like you can use the excuse that the player was covered up. It was a running back who was just finishing his run, and there was no other players in front of him. It was clear as day.
Hi, Trojan.
A missed face mask call kind of saved Michigan yesterday, too.
And they're not even consistent with the damn calls they make. If you're going to call it on one team, like call it on the other.
Yeah,
But like I said, I'm not gonna be that fan who says it's all officiating. I'm not gonna do that because that's not the whole story. The offense should have fucking scored points in the second half. So I'm not going to be that bullshit person. I'm going to be real about this and say we should have played better on top of it. But the fact that the refs were so biased was unacceptable to me.
Yeah, I'm just reading this article, and it talks about how 3rd and 5 with 1:25 remaining. That's when the call happened against the assistant coach. That's suspect.
Yeah.
Trojan fight in the chat.
I did feel somehow yesterday in both the USC and the Michigan games that there might have been a little bit of a fix-in on both of those spots, because there were some pretty questionable flags, and they kind of happened to benefit the higher profile team that's in the midst of a playoff run.
What a coincidence that is, right? What a coincidence. And Trojan fight right there. I don't know if you guys see his comment or her comment. I don't know if it's a guy or girl. Erica Goldberg's still crying. No, I'm not still crying. I'm pissed that it was unfairly officiated, and I'm pissed that my team didn't score a fucking point the second half. I'm not crying. I'm being realistic about it. So if you have a problem, come out here and talk about it.
Yeah, and while we're on Big Ten, we're on Big Ten. All of us are agreeing that there is some questionable call, and Dave's pointing it right now. And I agree with Dave. I already said multiple times that one touchdown, especially, shouldn't have been a touchdown for Oregon. Would that mean they wouldn't have scored after that? I don't know, but that one shouldn't have been called. Yeah, that one should not have been called a touchdown. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. It shouldn't have been called a touchdown. So
with the Iowa-Oregon game, I mean, I feel like there were calls on both sides that were questionable or missed. So I mean, at least that was a little bit more fair.
And both teams made their own mistakes.
Right.
So,
and I'm not, and that's fair enough. But like this USC-Iowa matchup, I'm sorry, it's too convenient. And is it true too that we should have played better the second half? Absolutely. Like two things can be true: that it was a ref show and that we should have done better.
Well, yeah, there was your guys' game, and then there was the game that I pretty much went to sleep on at halftime and woke up, and the other team came back and made it 31-30, and
you mean
South Carolina didn't score a point.
Okay, you passed
I was
out.
like,
It was 31-30.
I was like, what just happened?
Are you talking bad about the number 3 ranked team in the country?
It should not be after that game. That first half was atrocious. I was for sure that game was over. And then I turn around and A&M wins it. I'm like, what? How does South Carolina go from going up and down the field the entire first half to can't do nothing in the second half?
2 words.
That's a money bag. That's a money grab. That's what people are talking about, and that's why this shit with money on these games is starting to get a little out of control sometimes.
Yeah, the money is just too involved in college football. I'm sorry, like it's gotten out of hand. It's ridiculous.
All right, so this begs the question, guys, since you're talking about this. Do you think that some games are fixed?
Yeah. Yep.
After that A&M game, I'm like scratching my head. I don't care A&M's at home. When you look that bad, and then all of a sudden you just have this complete different game in the second half, I'm like, what?
And Lenard Sellers totally gave up on that last drive. I mean,
yeah, I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah, it just seemed, I didn't see that game, but it seemed very suspect to me. I, saw online, I was following it a little bit, reading about it, and it just doesn't seem, I don't know. If something funky is going on, there's narratives. There's narratives that need to be kept up, apparently. And whatever. It is what it is. Money rules college football now. It's pretty much a mini NFL, and that's what it is.
Yeah, and what does it teach our kids? What does it teach young kids? That the second they don't start, they can just go into the portal, or they can get money before ever playing a down in Division I football because we think they're so special. I think it's.
But I mean, isn't that kind of life? Like, if you have opportunities that are better, as an adult, if you have better opportunities available elsewhere, you take them.
Well,
I mean, why should 18, 19-year-olds be like deprived of that reality?
Because they're not.
Why should they? Why should they be forced to sacrifice their own value
Well,
in
why
order
why
to
should
hold up to some sort of mythic ideal. Of
why
like,
isn't it enough for their tuition and their housing to be paid with how much college is now? Why isn't that enough?
well, I mean, it's not. I mean, their value for the future is being lost sometimes. If you're not getting on the field in a play, you're not getting an opportunity to promote yourself for opportunities down the line.
So how about those people who are at like, they get to the NFL draft and they're drafted and they're like, oh, they played for Oklahoma, formerly Oklahoma, Virginia, Syracuse, Louisville. Like, how do you feel about those people who are like job dumpers, like what we call job dumpers?
That's for the NFL decision makers. Like they have to sort through. They have to sort through what that means themselves, and it's going to be different.
They're money hungry and they don't give a crap about the game, really.
Their value as players is totally unproven and speculative when they're 18 and 19 years old. When you go into the minor leagues in baseball, we don't pay you $10 million. You got to prove you can play at the major leagues.
Some of them do. Some of them do. Like the very, very elite, they do get huge. They do get huge bonuses. They get huge endorsements. Bryce Harper was making plenty of money when he was 18 years old.
The exception rather than the rule.
Yeah.
I think what we're doing right now is what I'm talking about is like a lot of these players are not going to play in the NFL. So you want to think that being involved in college football is helping prepare them for life to be great citizens and develop values that are going to make great citizens. This culture is doing precisely the opposite. It's creating entitled players, and I see it all the time.
I think it's totally the opposite. I think it's preparing them. I think college football has never mirrored real life more than it does right now, because you always can find better opportunities somewhere. You're not stuck in our system in a place as long as somebody else is willing to give you an opportunity.
That's the point.
But that's not. I don't want to get political here, but in the economy today, okay, a lot of people are stuck in their positions.
Oh, absolutely.
I think
not every college football player has opportunities to go on and like get bigger opportunities elsewhere. I mean, it's competitive.
But think about
it. But if you do, like, if you're the seventh receiver at Ohio State, why are you going to like just be a practice player your entire career when you can go to 100 other Division I programs and start tomorrow?
For the name and the money.
Because you don't know if you're always going to be the seventh receiver. What college football teaches you is perseverance, overcoming adversity, going through the hard times, even though the immediate gratification isn't there. That's what Ty Simpson did, and that's what a lot of players have done. And I think it benefits them in life and not just football, because their football careers, regardless of whether they go to NFL, where your average career is 3 to 4 years, they're going to be in their late 20s when they have to actually go into the real world. We should be teaching them value.
Most of them. Late 20s, early 30s, most of them, their sports careers are over with. By the time they're 30, 35.
I am okay with the NIL in the sense of I think there should be a cap.
Yeah.
I think there should still be the kind of somewhat similar to the old transfer rules where if you transfer, you have to sit out. So you have to make a strong business decision. But as Glenn was saying, and the one thing that I know Oregon does, and I'm sure a lot of other schools do it, I'm sure the bigger schools do it, they actually give very good financial education specifically to their athletes to go, do not blow this money.
For those of you that may be new to the show, in case you didn't know, officially, I believe this morning, we kicked off USC Hate Week. So, in regards to that,
I just want to know
Adam. Sorry.
Spaz Game Day is going to be there too.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Spaz, I want to know what is special about USC Hate Week. Isn't that like a 52-week-a-year thing for Duck fans?
No, that's us. We live rent free in their heads.
Yeah, for the last decade.
Search their Twitter. It's just constantly every week, like Oregon.
Sean,
That's how it is. That's how it is with Iowa State. Even though they've beat us the last, I think, 2 years, Before that, we were dominating them, and we're just in their minds all the time. It's the same stuff.
Yeah, Oregon doesn't consider USC a rival yet because Oregon's been so superior to USC in recent years.
Yeah,
Guys,
we're,
I want to be one of those people on game day who tries to kick that 30-yard field goal. How do I do that?
Don't you have to be there like be the first like 100 people in the draw?
I think you have to reverse age yourself about 30 years.
Oh, are you
That
mad?
would-
Are you insulting me?
That's step one.
I'm only 50 years old, and you know what? 50 is the new 20.
yeah.
That's what I think they've been
Oh, yeah,
claiming that
absolutely.
for 30. I think
Go-
they've been
go,
claiming that for like 20 years.
Go back to USC and say you're getting an interdisciplinary studies major degree.
So, Sean, you bring up a great point. Here's what they should teach freshman students in college. They should have a required course called How to Budget and Save Money. That will help them. Like, teach them financial literacy, maybe some critical thinking and writing skills, and forget intro to sociology and, all these ridiculous courses that for $60,000 a year at USC is a waste of time and money.
Yeah.
That's such a ridiculous amount of money.
Well, I mean, like that is something about like when you take gen eds in college. I mean, most of the students are just trying to find a way to get through it.
Yeah.
With as little effort as possible. There's not a whole lot of education being ascertained in those early level stuff.
also-
But I mean, like if you give them something that's more applicable to their lives, but they might be a little more engaged.
Well, also, if you just tell people, hey, what do you want to study? Oh, how much is that? You want to go here? Well, guess what? Join the fucking military and they will help pay for that.
Yeah.
I did. I got a degree for free. Shit.
So one of my nieces lives in Virginia. She wanted to go to the University of Virginia. My advice to her was this.
Did Erica just
I swore to
Yeah,
I
she's
swore to
back.
God you said my niece lost her virginity. And I was like,
No, my niece wanted. I would never say that about my niece. She went
Whoa,
to
what did I come back to? I accidentally closed the browser window and I come back to virginity talk. Wow.
You came back to peak after darkness,
How
Erica.
Holy cow.
how
Yeah.
rude.
I leave and we're talking about college education. I come back to virginity discussions.
we went sex ed. We went sex
Like,
ed.
you act like the two things aren't related.
Fair comment. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I told my niece.
Sorry about that. I accidentally closed the browser window.
And also, for any of you in the chat or on the panel, if you know how to find Tim Prangley besides me, reach out to him. Tell him to check his messages on Twitter.
Yes, Dave, we hate AI because all they do is cheat. And what I told my niece was, I said, don't go to the University of Virginia right now. Go to a community college for 2 years, continue getting good grades, then go to UVA if you'd like. You'll have your debt because a lot of these kids are graduating with 6 figures in debt and with degrees that are not marketable. So they have this non-dischargeable debt, but they don't have marketable skills. And it's a real problem.
Well, part of the problem is, and I want to get into our topic tonight, but we're on a good little trend here. Is that when people go to college, like say they go right out of high school, they go to a university, they go for 4 or 5 years, whatever, get that $150,000, $200,000 in debt for some, not all, of course, depending on your degree or the school itself. Then they go, I expect to make this much money when they get out, and everyone like, go fuck yourself. And they have to do intro jobs because that's how a job is. You are entry level when you go into most positions.
You're expected to pay back all that debt right away, and you're making like I don't even know what you make getting out of school nowadays. It's been a long time.
Let's say they expect to make say $75,000 a year, but the job's you're making 45. You're entry level. You are filing shit. You ain't making.
Well, it all depends.
What I always found was awful about the student loan process, and it's been better since they kind of got the banks or these really predatory agencies out of it. Were the insane interest on a lot of these loans. I mean, some of them were charging like 25%, like credit card level interest rates, and like that's just neat. And you're asking an 18-year-old who doesn't understand what they're getting into with that, like the kind of investment, like that's just signing your life away to slave debt.
Yeah, and you know what the other
Yes.
problem is? The other problem is that the federal government blindly gives out loans and funds these colleges without requiring them to show that the employment outcomes of their graduates justify the debt that they're getting into. I mean, let's say you go to NYU, which is like $70,000 a year, and you major in history. Well, guess what? You're in deep trouble because you're going to graduate with over $200,000 in debt, and you're not going to get a job that even remotely justifies that. So why is the federal government giving loans?
I'll say this, Adam. I bet you NYU history majors en masse in general do pretty damn well in the job market because that's a tough school and that's a fairly difficult degree to get. So usually you can end up, but it's not necessarily because of their degree, that education they got. I'm sorry to cut you off. That was a bit aggressive, but
No. All I'm saying is that if the federal government's going to give loans to students through universities, they should require that the universities show that the employment outcomes justify the debt these students are incurring instead of blindly getting these kids in debt. And even a degree from NYU, say in history, what's that going to lead to? Most people, if they want to be successful, are going to have to go to graduate school, whether it's law school, medical school, get a PhD to justify that kind of debt. Because a bachelor's doesn't really guarantee you much anymore.
Nope.
Even a master's degree is kind of common nowadays too, I feel like.
Depending on what it's in, yeah. But a bachelor's definitely in most things, unless it's like engineering or something, something, but
Yeah.
useful. But if you have a bachelor's like I do in psychology, bachelor's is shit. You have to have a master's or a doctorate. in
Or
psychology.
nursing. Nursing is another viable.
Nursing's at least it's a good one, but then they still need to do like usually a specialty if they want to make big money, depending on where they live, of course. But yeah, the point is don't do underwater basket weaving.
Okay.
Don't do gender studies.
I'm going to handle
I'm going to get
this.
$200,000 in debt to do underwater
Yeah, I mean,
basket weaving.
Don't do
I don't mean
those.
to get political either. but
I'll say this, and like that's a common go-to. If someone could be an underwater basket weaver, I don't know how much remarkable it is,
Well-
but that is an impressive skill.
Well, if they want to do that, they need to become an underwater welder. Now, those guys make money. Those are the people
Well,
that make money.
underwater welding seems like it'd be less skillful than underwater basket weaving. Like weaving a basket underwater, that just the physics of it don't make sense to me.
So I like Dave's comment here in the chat. He says China, Japan, and India pay for half of their kids' education, especially if they go into being a doctor or engineering. We have to make college affordable, not free, but affordable. It's funny he says that because in my case, so I was eligible to get a second citizenship, and I got that in case I ever decide to have kids, just so I can send kids to school in Europe where it's cheaper. Like on purpose. That's part of the reason I literally took advantage of the opportunity I had, just so that I'd be able to afford my kids' school if I ever had one.
Oh, well,
Kind of crazy.
let me ask you guys this question. So I agree.
So wait, Miss Goldberg, which citizenship are you eligible
German
for?
citizenship.
What was it?
German.
German. Okay.
Yeah, my grandparents were Holocaust survivors. So,
Oh.
Yeah.
My apologies.
but anyway, now that I've dampened totally the discussion with that information, but the point was right. But the point I was trying to make is like I was going to get the citizenship either way because I feel connected to Europe. I lived over there, et cetera, whatever. But it did enter into my head. Hey, that's an opportunity. If I ever have a kid, I can afford to actually pay for their education.
Well, yeah, you're
If they
making.
go over there.
And I'll tell you something else. We talk about affordability of education, which I totally agree with. The other issue is the affordability of living. I live in New Jersey, and let me tell you something. You graduate, say, Rutgers in New Jersey. You want to rent an apartment? You're going to be spending anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500, even $3,000 a month to get a decent apartment. All right,
It's the same here.
is
Yeah.
ridiculous, especially in places like New Jersey, New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Chicago. I mean, come on.
Yep.
It's like with the debt kids are incurring, plus the cost of living, it's a recipe for disaster.
I live in the Chicago area, and it's the same thing here. Yep.
All right, where are we
anyway.
off to, Ben?
Why are we talking about all this?
I have no idea. I was just letting it roll. I mean, we're already 40 minutes deep. We're
I,
already 40 minutes deep over
I have
there.
some things. I could say some things, but I kind of want to get back on track before
All right.
we're 4 hours deep into
All
the
right.
show,
Well,
and we're talking about
let's get to the
Central Michigan and Kent State.
Let's get to the topic of the show then a little bit. And
Kennesaw
obviously,
State. Get it
we'll
right.
talk about some other games during it, but
Can we talk about Bill Clinton?
no.
Oh, geez.
Diddle Clinton,
Following this weekend,
Donica
How
Lewinsky.
whose playoff dreams officially died?
My teams did.
Texas.
Mine
Iowa.
did not. Mine.
Yours obviously did not. Rutgers, that was dead a long time ago. Did Alabama's playoff dreams die?
No.
Well, that's a great question. Yes.
No.
It's at least on the brink. You would say it's on the brink of falling off the cliff at this point. Remember last year they didn't make the playoff.
If they lose to Auburn, yes. But if they win out, they're probably still in. They're going to be 10-12, but they're still going to be in. They're not going to fall from 4 to 12.
Yeah, so they probably have one of those silly games next week, like Western Carolina or something. What?
Eastern Illinois.
Yeah, they
I do
the
want
SEC is allowed to have. They're allowed to have cupcakes in the middle of their season,
I
which
do
is
want
yes.
to correct the chat here. I know they're saying Alabama's still top 10. Texas barely jumped. This is the AP you're talking about on the coaching poll. This is not the playoff ranking though. And guess what? Last year again, 10-2, Alabama didn't make it by the playoff ranking committee and this year they're not even going to make the SEC title game again.
Oh, I can't wait till we see how much they're. I can't wait to see Lane Kiffin and all the SEC coaches complain about that again. Because they have to rule the world and everything all the time. If they're not number one in everything, they complain.
Yeah. I mean, even the AP poll, they're still like all right there. There's like 5 of them in the top 10, and 2 of them have 2 losses. How is that?
Yeah, but Spaz, like 95% of the people in the AP are liberal.
Yeah, it's true.
I was just kidding. But now, Ben, Alabama, let me tell you something. At Auburn, at Jordan Hare, no one knows what the hell's going to happen. That's a crazy, haunted place. So, yeah, their playoff hopes are in jeopardy because that game is going to be a toss-up.
I'm saying they're definitely on.
That's an interesting game because Auburn has number 1 or 2 or really high up their rush defense in the country, but Alabama doesn't even try to run the football.
That's right.
They don't even, like it. It's just so. I mean, like they're going to just sit back and let Ty Simpson rip on that. Like, I mean, it's kind of an unfortunate matchup for Auburn this year. I don't know. I don't see a great path to victory
God
for
damn it.
Auburn in this one, but
I'm just saying, Alabama's at the brink of the epitome of.
Yeah, but all they have to do is beat a crappy Auburn team. I mean, that's it, and they're in.
That's not guaranteed. Last year they were 10-2, and they were 10-2.
They were 9-3. They were 9-3. 9-3.
Sorry, 10-2 though. But with all the other teams that are like undefeated and or 11-1 or 10-2, then you're saying Alabama, who again had the Florida State loss. I don't care if it was the first game of the year. Someone's got to take that into account to go, you got your ass ran on.
Right.
Yeah. But they built themselves up into number 4. They're not going to fall from number 4 to like
because
number
every
18.
SEC team is ranked.
Well, I mean,
you beat a couple and bam, you're number 4.
There's no bias there, by the way, either, is there? No bias is there with the entire conference being ranked.
Alabama's had the
None at all
in the country. They've had a tough schedule, but here's the thing: Auburn has been close with every team they've lost to, and so they have the chance to beat Alabama. And with Alabama not having a run game, you're going to have to rely on a one-dimensional offense. And I'm not so sure
they've done it all year. Yeah,
not against Oklahoma though.
All
And
right,
they
let's
didn't do it against Florida State neither.
let's hit this, and then I have one.
Auburn
from,
offensively can't do anything though. They're
That's true.
terrible.
No,
That
that
is
is true.
Well, let's
Yeah.
hit this. Let's hit this quick. Clint wants it really. He said quickly, so we'll do it quick.
I start it for later, jackass.
Well, I started. He said quick question, so I'm just saying like transition here because there's another good comment here. Bam! Look at this. Now we're rolling along here. Who's in charge of this fucking show? Fucking me! God damn it!
Jeffrey is.
Tell him. Tell him.
You know, Adam. Goodbye.
Adam's in
All right.
timeout.
Anytime you've
Should-
done this to me.
So Big Ten question, real quick. Should USC and Michigan be ranked higher?
No,
No.
No.
Michigan, I've watched some Michigan this year, and I'm about to piss off some Michigan fans probably, but oh well. To me, I mean, they barely escaped Northwestern. Like, they don't pass the eye test.
They barely escaped Purdue.
They barely escaped
That's even
Northwestern
worse.
yesterday.
That's right. That's right. That's
And I mean,
you
like
barely
Walk-off field
escaped-
goal.
if you barely escape Northwestern, if you barely escape Purdue, I don't even know that you should be ranked at all. Like,
Right.
I mean, like their best win this year is a home win against a Washington team that's pretty awful on the road. That Wisconsin beat at home.
yeah,
Yep.
for crying out loud, if Wisconsin beat them, I mean,
Yeah,
what does that
That's-
say?
I mean, in Michigan they've had like two really legit games, and those were pretty non-competitive. Michigan, I know there's plenty of jokes, 4 in a row, ha ha ha, whatever. But if they win out next week and they beat Ohio State, they'll 100% have deserved to get into the playoffs. There's no
They're
question.
not going to
about
beat
that.
Ohio State. They're not going to beat
But-
Ohio State.
But based on what they've done right now, no, being around like the bottom of the top 20 seems about right to me. And USC, I mean, you know, they
15,
lost,
15,
they lost
15
to Illinois. You know, their best win is probably against Michigan. I mean, like I think they're both probably like ranked appropriately right now.
I tell you,
Yeah.
USC 15 to like the 17 range, maybe 14 even. You can argue depending on how the things. I think that's about the right area, and that's not an insult to USC or anything like that. It's just I think that's about where they probably should be.
So if you guys beat them next week, do you think they'll still be ranked?
Depends on how bad, I
Yeah, I
guess.
think they will be. I think they'll be in the 20s.
Probably they'll probably be like
Still
right on
be
the
20 to
edge.
25,
Very,
yeah.
yeah. They'll probably be around that 23 to 27 range.
Yeah,
Let me
depends
ask
on, it just depends on how bad it is.
Question is next week a play? Is that an eliminator game
For
Oregon?
USC, it definitely is. For Oregon, it's the same as you would say Alabama. It's you're on the
Depends.
brink.
Well, Oregon still would probably get in, but one question
You
I have
think so? I mean, like Oregon. Well, I guess they do have that win over Iowa, so they do have a kind of quality win. No, I mean like a quality-ish win.
Wasn't a dominant win though.
No, it wasn't. I mean, and
So I
that's
don't
been
think
that's
And if you win next week on the road at Washington, then you're probably safe.
Yeah, but Oregon also has a quality win. I know people think this is crazy over Penn State. Penn State nearly beat Indiana, and that team still has some really impressive NFL talent on the team. But one thing,
Penn-
go ahead. I mean,
That with their record, they've won one Big Ten game.
I know, but they were very close with Indiana, and I think that they
So
still,
was Iowa. I mean, a lot of people are close, like with Penn State. I mean,
I get what he's trying to say though, is that the point is that game was at Penn State, wide out, and then Penn State just completely fell apart. And after they lost to UCLA, even Franklin at that point said, "We never recovered."
yeah.
So,
Like,
so,
it
so
broke that
I
team.
would say this. I think Penn State's had maybe like one of the most unfortunate schedules. They played that game against Oregon down to the wire. It went to overtime. And then the next week, they have to play a UCLA team that literally everyone thought at that moment was like one of the worst teams in the country. like not even Power 4 teams, just could not show up and field a football team. But that was not the UCLA team that showed up and played them that day.
God no.
That's true.
That is a little bit of misfortune for them, that they just got a completely different product than what had been kind of advertised at that point. And the same with Northwestern. Northwestern got blown out first or second week of the season against Tulane. But Northwestern's a much better team than people thought. So they had like kind of false advertising 2 weeks in a row, and then they go and they play Indiana, Iowa, Ohio State, like in a row.
Yeah, and look at Ohio State.
Everyone knows they're a better team than the record. Everyone does. Like if you're paying any attention, you know Penn State is a capable, quality opponent.
Right. Well, let me ask you guys this question because it's really troubling me. Maybe you can educate me. Well, when they talk about the college football rankings, at number 12, they talk about either North Texas or James Madison. What the F?
Yeah.
Give me a break.
How
must we justify
It's
that?
because they give one spot goes automatic to a group of 5 highest ranked teams.
Yeah, they're not talking that they're number 12 ranked like currently, but at the end of the season, if they had to pick the 12th seed, they would get the spot.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Well, thinking of that, because there was a team mentioned earlier here who literally shit the bed and absolutely lost their playoff spot.
Oh,
South Florida, what are you doing?
Wait. They lost a close game to a good football team. I don't know if we should really be piling on them too hard.
I'm not, but they had it all in front of them. Everything in front
Yeah,
of them.
the road to the playoff was right there for them.
It was all theirs.
I have tremendous respect for our servicemen and women. I really do. But when it comes to football, forget about it. You cannot lose to a service academy.
Especially Navy. Go Army. Sorry.
And why doesn't the Marines have a football team?
Because they're part of the Navy. They're
Part of the
literally
Navy,
a part
yeah.
of the Navy.
All right, forget what I just said. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go. Shut up, Adam.
A lot of the football players actually do end up going into the Marines afterwards. A lot of the
Jason O is right. Navy is tough though this year. They're a good team.
this is not. I mean, like
I feel like an idiot. I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
I believe the Marines' paychecks still say Department of the Navy or whatever. Like,
Marines is the toughest branch of the military. Much respect to the Marines, but to all of the branches of our armed forces. You guys know I tried to join the Marines when I was 10. I literally tried to join, and they wrote me a letter saying I couldn't because I was only 10. They gave me a patch.
You were only 10?
Yeah, I was an innocent little naive kid, and I was like, I saw a commercial that said, one of the proud in the Marines. I was like, that looks cool. So I wrote to
He was watching Stripes.
and
Bill
shut
Murray.
up. How mean, how rude. And they wrote back to me saying, since you're only 10, you can't come to the Marines. But our advice to you is this: get an education, come back to us at 18, you'll be of more value to us. And they gave me a patch. Never did join the military. Maybe that was where I went wrong.
see, when I tried to join the Marines with a buddy of mine, they were like, "There's a pull-up bar right in their office." I'm like, "Isn't this what basic training is for?" I did like basically one pull-up, and they're like, never call me back. So like 2 days later, I walked into the Army office right across the hall. I was like, "Where do I sign?"
Listen, forget this boot camp stuff where you have to sleep in the same room with like 100 people. That's ridiculous. It's inhumane. They should have private suites.
Yeah.
that will really prepare. That will really prepare you for the rigors of invading Kuala Lumpur or wherever the hell you
I
have
don't
to.
want to sleep in the
Kuala
same
Lumpur, really?
Yeah. You know what? There are no
Kuala
goddamn
Lumpur.
private suites in Kandahar. Okay.
And there's no private showers either. It's ridiculous. How could you endure under these conditions?
Oh boy, what have we done here?
We started talking.
Show me the private suites in Fallujah, Adam, and then we can talk.
I was about to say, I was like, show me my private suites when we went to Afghanistan. We were in literally pop-up tents on a German base,
with
like
20
sharing like
guys.
50 of us in a tent.
I don't want to be showering with everybody at once. I want privacy.
Well, that's how it works, Adam. We all get to see us slinging it around in there.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
Ben,
All right, moving on.
we had
It's so rude.
special occasion this weekend. I believe
Spaz was like, all right.
Ben made a pictorial collage and video collage of my experience this weekend.
I didn't make a pictorial collage at all. I have to now manually load them. Are you fucking kidding me right now? This is what you're doing to me on the spot. You're a fucking dick.
I thought that's what you did.
No, how are you my co-host? There you go. There's you and Dat. There's you and Dat drunk as shit. How about that?
What the heck?
We
Wait.
might have been
Spaz, tell me you're like leaning. The Anthony Thomas is like 5'6".
yeah.
Hey,
Are you
So
leaning
am I.
like real? Is there like a major significant lean to you, or are you?
Yeah, I'm probably slightly drunk and a little under the influence there.
And Dat is probably high as hell.
Yeah, we both were. I think.
Well, he's not that high. Judging by this picture, he's only about 5 feet 1 inches off the ground at most.
Yeah, he's a tiny dude. He's a tiny dude.
so how did you get to meet him?
He showed up at our tailgate. One of the guys that I go to one of the tailgates. He's a major sponsor. He has a couple of shops that he run dispensaries, I believe, and Dad is one of his clients, and he brought him over for the game afterwards
Great picture.
at our tailgate.
High as shit.
He is.
He's got that glaze. He's got that glazed look. He doesn't know where he is.
0.0001% chance he remembers taking that photo.
Yeah.
He probably even the next morning.
He's probably like, I went to the game last night. What?
Fuck, I'm in Eugene. When did I get here?
Isn't that the problem with tailgating though? Because I've tailgated many times, and most of the time I don't make it into the game because it's just so much fun tailgating. And you know what?
Yeah.
You don't want to leave the scene. You know, I've done it. I missed a Bon Jovi concert because of that. But anyway, I digress.
Wait, there was tailgating at a concert?
At the Meadowlands, yeah, back in 1996. Yeah, and we were just having so much fun. We missed the concert, but my dad went to the concert. And after the next morning, he was asking me, because he wasn't at the tailgate, he was asking me all these details about the concert, and I was bullshitting him. And he finally called me out. He's like, "That's not what happened." I'm like, "Well, we didn't exactly make it in from the tailgate. We were just."
It was so. Wait, did you pay for a Bon Jovi ticket and then not go to the show?
$160. Me and my best
Dude,
friend.
people
160, $1996.
They were great.
People have season tickets and run tailgates and sometimes don't even go in. They'll give their ticket away and shit.
Yeah, but they're what you call rich. Usually.
The tickets were not floor tickets. They were right to the side in like one of the top like 10 rows. But we just had so much fun at the tailgate, saying it euphemistically, that we just didn't manage to get in. And from what I remember of that night, it was fun. But my dad's asked me the next morning, he's like, "Yeah, do you remember when they played It's My Life?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "They played it at the end." He's like, "No, they played it twice, you asshole. You weren't even in the concert, were you?" I'm like, me and Nick kind of didn't make it in. So
No, Glenn. Glenn. I did on his page with him, and I thanked him for the photo opportunity.
There you go.
But yes, if you saw it in the last hour, Glenn, from his page, that was me posting it.
Did you really quickly on this topic here? The playoff dreams died. Hey, a certain a fan base, it's called Louisville or some shit like that. Way to fucking go! Way to fucking go and lose to fucking a crappy Clemson team too. By the way,
Both of those
Oh,
teams wanted to
jeez.
lose. And by the way, few people who don't know New Jersey, it's not just tailgating for a Giants game or a concert. We have the racetrack right there where we bet on the ponies. And I won $1,000 once on Sweet Cart in one of those pony races at the racetrack. You got to come to New Jersey. That's where everybody wants to go before they die.
No, I went there once and I will never go back again. Thank you. You're welcome.
That's honorable.
How much in tax did you pay on that?
39%, 40%.
No, you're not paying taxes on $1,000 of gambling winnings.
Yes, you are.
No, you're not.
Yes, you are.
If you're paying taxes on $1,000 of if you're supposed to pay taxes on $1,000 of gambling winnings, the IRS probably has a file longer than me right
Listen,
now.
Sean, if my accountant hadn't died last year, I'd call him up tomorrow and I'd say, "What about that? I have a question for you," but he died. So maybe he I thought like if you, yeah, I paid taxes on it. I had to fill out a form, and it was like I wound up getting like 600 something.
Yeah, I don't know. Here it's
Oh my goodness!
Tony said, it's about
You
$500 or
are way too honest if you're claiming $1,000 winning.
New Jersey
If
taxes.
you're at the casino, you have to.
No, you don't. No,
Yes,
no,
you
no.
do. They
No,
have
I hope
to.
no
Right
IRS
here.
You do
They'll
not
make you
know.
sign.
You do not. You do not
I
know.
hope
You're
IRS
talking.
is
I
not
am as
watching this.
degenerate of a gambler as there is.
Baz, there's a trick. You don't get it.
Anything under $5,600, you just don't have to claim federally at all. Period. And
Well-
usually, even if you win that much, if they hand it to you in cash, you never claim it. Period. And they'll never audit you because there's no record of
Casinos
it.
up here, you have to sign a waiver. Anything over like $600.
Spaz, there's a trick though. So let's say you win $500,000, right? You're going to get taxed on it. Here's what you do: when you put out your taxes, you check the box that says "I lost all of it."
I mean, well, what you do is you claim records for all the times you've lost. You don't pay any of it like just up front.
Oh
I'm
no!
reading the IRS webpage, and it says the following rules apply to casual gamblers who aren't in the trade or business of gambling. And then further down the same page, it says that the payer is required to issue you a form W-2G
They
if you
do.
receive certain gambling winnings or have any gambling winnings subject to federal income tax withholding. You must report gambling winnings on Form 1040 or Form 10-SR, use Schedule 1, including winnings that aren't reported on a W-2G. When you have gambling winnings, you may be required to pay an estimated tax on that additional income. For more information, look at publication 505. So yeah, you have to pay federally no matter what.
Yeah,
But
I
listen, listen.
Sean, I like how
Okay,
Sean is out. Sean is
know the
outing
reality
himself
of this,
right now.
whatever
He's
it
on a
actually says
list.
there. If you, it's like up to, it's like $5,600. I have received like many payments over $600 in
I hope
cash.
for
And
your
many
sake,
times
Sean.
the casinos have given it to me, and they
Sean,
said,
I hope
so.
for-
So I might be going to jail.
Yeah, you might be.
But,
I hope no
but to the
IRS
best of my
officer is
knowledge,
watching this.
you do not have like I mean, if you receive
Where's the
lump sum,
police
if you
at?
receive lump sum payments
the
that are under
police at?
$5,600
Where's
bucks,
the police
you do
guy?
not.
I
What?
hope that no one from the IRS is listening to this right now.
Listen, I plead innocent until proven guilty, but I will tell you this. When I was in Toledo, Ohio, I went to the casino. I hit a jackpot of $7,000, and they gave me the form, but they gave me all the money. The problem was I thought I was going to hit a second jackpot after I hit the first one. And guess what happened to that $7,000? At the end of the night, I was furious, pissed off, degraded, miserable because I lost every single penny.
Is
So
it because
you
you still
claim
lived in?
lawsuit.
Is
and
that
you
just
don't
because
pay-
you lived in New Jersey still?
Right.
Oh,
At the time I was living in Indiana, that was about 8 years ago.
oh, that's worse.
I don't know if it's worse, but yeah, I mean, still.
Indiana's horrible.
I
I have to say,
think-
I'm from Illinois. I'm going to say Indiana's horrible. You should just know that. If Troy's in the chat, he'll agree with me.
I have been to
Well,
Gary,
I mean,
Indiana.
a lot of people in Illinois. I mean, like Chicago people go over into like Hammond and East Chicago. which is
Oh,
in
we don't
Indiana.
have to. We have our own casinos.
Yeah,
You
but,
can
but
gamble
I mean,
in
like,
some restaurants.
Yeah.
that's relatively new. It used to be
You
like
can here in
horse-
Oregon too.
the Horseshoe over there, the Ameristar. They were like just over the state line before Illinois legalized casinos. What?
Dave.
I
Gary
said
smells so
I'd been to Gary,
Gary?
Indiana. He's
No,
like,
no,
"Oh,
that is a myth. Gary doesn't smell bad anymore because there's nothing there. It used to smell awful.
it's true."
What is that?
When I was a
Gat
kid, and
replied
there's
back
still
to
some
me and
still-
said our picture is fire.
He's high again. He's high again. He doesn't even realize what a good photo is.
Gary, Indiana, there's nothing there. I lived in Fort Wayne for 4 years. You know what's in Fort Wayne? Everybody is pregnant. Everybody. Like, they get out of high school. And they're-
even the men, the guys are pregnant too.
are you making some modern political statement that we should do to discuss what's a
Look,
man?
look,
No, that's not a
Absolutely.
political statement. He said everyone.
Absolutely, I'm going full postmodern, gender fluid in this moment.
Women
Yes.
in there.
All
we
right,
can all
this is
be-
going too far.
Women.
It's going too
As
far.
someone who's going through Gary, Indiana, though, and we spent like a whole day there. We were like, me and Sam were like, when it gets dark, we are leaving.
Michael
Ben, I'm
Jackson.
so sorry. I'm so
But,
sorry to
like,
hear that
like,
you spent a day there.
There is literally no. I mean, like Gary, Indiana used to be like one of the most dangerous cities in America. Now there is just like literally nothing there.
Well, I know, but it's just
But
abandoned. That's
Tony-
why we went to film there
It's
years ago.
Tony,
There's
it's
nothing
like
in there.
this.
But Michael Jackson was born
I
there.
smell like
He was.
roses.
Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana. Fun fact: it was established entirely by U.S. Steel, and it was named after the president at the time of U.S. Steel.
No, I know, but he said Michael Jackson was born there, and there is the Michael
Yep.
Jackson birth house there. We didn't go over that way. We went the dangerous side, which is sad to say when we didn't go to the
But, hey,
ghetto side.
Tony,
We went to the
Go
dangerous
fuck
side.
yourself.
I'll
you
tell you something.
fucking
That's,
piece of shit.
you know what's really good about Indiana? One thing that's awesome about Indiana, the people there, if they shake your hand and say they're going to do something, they do it. They mean what they
That's
say.
fucked up, Tony.
And Indiana, the people there are real.
Because only you and I know what that shit smells like.
Spaz, you're
It's
from
They
Yeah,
are
there.
naming
shit.
the little neighborhood in what? What does that mean?
And it's a city that's about 10 miles from me. And it's got a bunch of paper mills and shit in it. Smells like shit when you go by there. Down the
Oh, is
freeway.
that fucking area off the highway where you drive by and you have to roll up your window? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And I fucking every
On
time
the
we
way
drove
to
by
the
that area,
gorge.
I was like,
Up Highway 14.
Erica,
I don't
what
know
is
that area.
Erica, when are you next flying on business class to Asia?
Next year, I'm going to Sydney, Australia for work.
Okay.
That's not
It's not
Asia.
Asia.
That's not
It's
Asia.
not Asia.
Just that,
I know.
Erica, we have to inform you.
It's
That
not
is
Asia.
not
I'm aware.
Asia.
I've been there before. I know it's not Asia. Trust me.
Like a year ago on a show, she mentioned she flew business class to Asia, and I was like, wow, that's a long flight. Now, Sydney, Australia, how can you sit on a plane for almost 16 hours?
You don't. You have a layover.
No,
But-
you
but
don't
there-
have. You
there's
don't
going to
have
be a
to.
pretty long. There's
From
going to be a pretty
Chicago,
long.
No. From Chicago, you have to. There's no direct flight to Australia from Chicago.
But there's going to be a pretty long stretch in there somewhere. So even if you flew like to Los Angeles,
Yeah, you fly to LAX or SFO, or I guess you could do Seattle. I don't know.
But LAX to
but-
Sydney is like 15 hours.
yeah,
but
it's still a long way.
That's not that. That's not that. Shut the fuck
It's
up.
not that bad when
have
it's in
flown
business.
I have flown from South Johannesburg, South Africa, rather. Sorry, to Atlanta. That is 17 hours nonstop.
What
Yeah,
did you do?
there's no
I
way you
saw
can't
the
make a layover.
ticket. I saw the ticket when I got on the plane, and I was like, "That's a typo, right?" And the pilot's like, "This is gonna be 16 hours and 55 minutes." I was like,
It's
"Oh,
not that bad. It's not that bad if you have business class, and especially when your
yeah,
company
business
pays for
class.
it.
Business class. Oh, here we fucking go. Fucking business class is shit. Fucking fancy.
I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for it. It's my company, not me.
You know,
I can't afford that. Are you kidding?
that's the problem. Like one of the dumb financial decisions I made like a few years ago, since I'm afraid of flying, is I decided when I fly from Newark to Atlanta, I'm always going to fly first class. because for some reason I think it makes me safer. I don't know why. But boy, it really does make a difference in price, and the service is not that much better.
Well, when you're doing it domestically, it's not really worth it. You're
No,
not on there long enough to take advantage of everything.
No, you're not.
Ben got so mad he turned his. Ben, come back! It's not.
Wait,
I'm not even the one
well,
paying for it. What is he doing?
Is that Deacon Hill?
Oh boy! You made him turn his camera off again. Look what you did.
And Spaz got kidnapped. Well, Sean's here. Sean, how would you? I could not survive a flight to Sydney. I would go stir crazy.
No, I've never flown for nearly that long. Never.
Yeah.
I haven't been to that part of the world at all. I haven't been to Asia or Australia ever. So
I would have never gotten to Australia
longest
if it weren't for work.
longest flight I ever had was out to Scotland. That was about a 6.5, 7 hour flight. I mean, with the layover in New York.
Erica, yeah, I flew to Belgium a few times, like 8 hours. Erica, do you so what about your job requires you to travel these long distances?
So I manage interpretation and translation for an organization. And so
Oh.
we need interpreters at our meeting. I'm there to manage them pretty much.
Awesome. Very
Yeah,
cool.
it's fun. I enjoy it.
Interpreters. What do you interpret?
I personally don't interpret. I mean, I speak different languages, but I don't interpret at all. I just manage the interpreters who are there, which that sounds simple maybe, but believe me, it's not.
I never suggested that sounds simple. I have zero understanding of what that entails.
Yeah, no, basically we have
Everything's hard.
why are we talking about this? It's not a football show. I think people are probably bored of hearing me talk about stuff like this, but yeah. And we already pissed off one of the hosts here, so I don't know if you want to keep going.
By the way, Glenn Hanna says, do first class flights have private showers? The answer to your question is typically no. However, on Etihad Airlines, they have something called the Residence, which is a very elite first class where you, yes, have your own little cabin and a private shower, but that's the only one that offers it.
You can get the showers though in the lounges that you get access to in business class or first class. Those are pretty nice sometimes.
You can?
Yeah, in the business class lounges. Yeah.
What do you fly?
Yeah,
Delta?
if you fly, like the Delta lounges.
What do I fly? Well, I mean, I usually fly like United or one of their partners.
Mm.
Are you able to like build points?
Yeah, I get points for it. Yeah.
Okay.
We should probably talk about football though, because I don't think people care to hear about Erica's travels. I love talking about it.
No. This
Hey,
is
we love
a
Erica's
travel show.
travels.
This is a travel and politics show now.
Jason O is right, actually. Emirates.
Hey, can we?
Emirates and Etihad.
Can we share on UCLA for a little bit?
Can we what?
Play.
UCLA, yeah.
What about UCLA?
What, I don't know. Just how much they got fucking trounced last night.
Well,
No.
their quarterback was out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that made all the difference. Yep.
Let's talk about Mamdani.
Oh boy.
Zoran.
What the fuck?
The Zoran Revolution.
Ben, help.
Buses.
It's not stopping at the Hudson
Aliens
River.
have taken over, Ben.
Free
Please
babies.
stop.
Like he's gonna give out free babies.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
God.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
man.
Listen,
No, so
Well, let me bring this back to football.
So-
Tony-
wait, go ahead, Erica.
A&M, South Carolina. What happened? Why did South Carolina blow that game?
I honestly, I stopped paying attention to that game at halftime.
So did
And
I. I thought it was
yeah,
over.
the next thing I knew, A&M won. So
We're in the same boat.
yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna have to watch a condensed version of that game later on to know exactly what happened there. But I mean, like it's not it's not that atypical for either team. Like South Carolina's been super hot and cold all over the place all year long. They were 3-6 coming into that game, but they had scared the bejesus out of Alabama. Well, probably should have beaten them. And
Should
then
beat Tennessee, I believe, too.
yeah. So they were one of those, teams with a bad record that you knew were is kind of more capable than they showed.
Yeah,
And
and
then-
at first half, you're thinking, well, it looks like there's going to be a new number
Hey, Spaz.
3, and you're thinking it's going to be Alabama. Yeah.
Spaz, you know what it reminded me of? 1990 or 1990 or 91, when the Houston Oilers were up like 35-3 over the Buffalo Bills.
Yep.
And-
Oh, yeah. Frank Reich game.
Yep, bingo. Because I think what A&M did the second half is they said, we have superior talent. We're going to forget about scheme, and we're just going to overpower them, and we're going to out-athleticize or out-athletic them, and that's what they did. That's my theory.
Yeah. Because that was just wild.
Hi, Ben.
Welcome back.
Go fuck yourself, Adam. I'll say.
Oh
Ben,
my. Okay.
Ben, we're here to listen
About what?
if you need to talk. We're listening.
Yeah, I've had bubble guts for the last 3 hours. There you go. You're welcome.
You were beating an inanimate object with a towel. I'm concerned.
That was an empty Coke bottle, and I was beating my chair.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So is Texas done?
Texas is done.
Not if they beat A&M.
Yeah, they're Longhorns. Longhorns.
They're not even
now.
going to be in the top
Mhm.
25 after that abysmal performance.
Texas
Sorry.
gets to beat A&M.
That still won't get him in, not with 3 losses. It's just not going to happen.
It's going to be close. I mean,
I bet Texas probably drops to
If
17 or 18.
if North Texas gets in over Texas, it is utterly ridiculous and a disgrace.
it's awesome. It's beautiful.
But
Wonderful
if
thing.
North Texas is 10-2,
I don't care if they're 30-0. They have no business being anywhere near the playoff. But I'll tell you, Dallas is a nice city.
But North Texas is not in Dallas.
They're in Denton.
It's in Denton.
Yeah,
it's a suburb.
It's about
Oh,
20 minutes from Dallas.
They have a campus in Dallas, though.
Yeah,
they?
it's like UNT Dallas or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But Denton itself
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
not that great. I've been there.
I think that the state of Texas needs to build a robust city in Irving, Texas.
Texas can beat Texas A&M.
There's a UT Irving, I think. I think
there
they're
is.
like an NAIA school.
At least there's a UT Arlington. I know that. And Irving's
Yes.
it's,
There's
it's
UT
all the
Irving.
it's all the
That's a
metro.
legit like actual Division One.
It's all the metroplex of
It is.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Fort Worth.
They ruined the Cowboys Stadium in Irving, Texas. Just like the Yankees ruined the old Yankee Stadium by moving into that ridiculous metropolis they call a stadium now, where it's $20 for a hot dog.
Yeah. Why the hell do no New York teams want to play in New York all of a sudden? You just got like the Knicks now, and the Nets. I guess they moved in.
Yeah. I don't know.
Why is there a team in Brooklyn anyway?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And oh, by the way, his foot was in. Ben, his foot was in.
Whose foot?
I think
Mom Dami's?
No, McClellan.
Oh God! Why are you
J
really
Mac's
bringing
foot
up-
was in.
Jason,
you
oh, it's really
bringing up
nice.
that again?
It's nice, Jason. Oh, but I grew up with the old Yankee Stadium, man, Don Mattingly, and that's where all the tradition is. I don't like the new stadium. I mean, it's beautiful, yeah, but tradition. I mean, Fenway is always going to be Fenway. You don't knock down Fenway and build a new
See,
stadium.
this is what I'm talking about with bias right here. This is a classic example. I'm going to break a baseball analogy into this. For the first time ever, a player hits 60 home runs in a year and does not win the MVP. Why? Because they chose Aaron Judge of the Yankees because he plays for the Yankees. And that's the only reason he won the MVP vote by 20 points. Classic case of East Coast bias right there.
Wait, you saying Judge won the MVP?
Yes.
Okay, who was the runner-up?
Cal Raleigh.
So you're saying Judge should not have won it?
No, he didn't have the better year.
A catcher who's hit 60 home runs should win the MVP. Just like
a switch hitting catcher that plays every day.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. I think you're right.
It's a case of East Coast, West Coast. There's more East Coast voters who are going to vote for the East Coast guy, hence the SEC. There's more SEC than there is USC, UCLA, Oregon, Washington, you know how that goes. There's more voters over there in Alabama, Tennessee, Missouri, Mississippi, Texas.
Well, if you're talking about the AP poll at all, some of those people have admitted they don't even watch a lot of those games.
Exactly.
That's true.
Which pisses me off, but anyway.
Well, I mean, the way they have those polls set up is that we're going to have coaches vote. Yeah, you think coaches are watching every game? Yeah, no fucking chance.
Yeah, I mean, they
They're
have nothing
focused
else to
on
do
their
on a
team every
Saturday.
single week.
They have nothing else to do on a Saturday but watch football, right? I mean,
Right.
Yeah, of course,
Obviously.
absolutely. I'm sure Lincoln Riley was deeply invested in that South Florida Navy game. He was paying really close attention.
Well,
yep.
Yeah, and then you also have like another poll of beat writers who also the same thing. They're not paying. They're at one game and they're spending an hour afterwards asking questions and then writing stories and producing content for their team.
More
so
than
we've
an
got these
hour.
like incredibly insular, myopic group of people.
Are you telling me that Manny Diaz, while losing to UVA, wasn't solely focused on Kyle Whittingham and the Utah Utes?
Well, I mean, like
Get blasphemy, blasphemy.
If he wasn't, that's a character flaw because we should all be. We should all be obsessed with Kyle Whittingham and the Utah Utes because that's just the dreamiest program in all of college football. Kyle Whittingham would probably beat any other college football coach in a bare knuckle brawl. I believe, outside of maybe Bronco Mendenhall.
you know,
I don't know. I think Sataki could take him from BYU.
No.
Sataki would
See,
just
the thing
bear hug.
is that
Sataki would
Sataki,
just
I think
bear hug
he has a
him.
big punch, but I don't think he has much of a gas tank. That's
He
my.
would just bear hug him, throw him to the ground.
Yeah,
Sataki's a beef of a man. He's a beef of a man.
Yeah, but Whittingham's a mountain trained guy. I think he
That's
could.
true.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he has the endurance edge.
Well, speaking of baseball, can we please have a moment of silence for the Toronto Blue Jays for this horrible, horrible loss in Game 7 they suffered? I mean, just had it in their hands. I feel bad for my fellow Canadians. I mean, they say they're peaceful people, but when you disagree with them, they get angry at you. You know, it is what it is. But still, I mean, Toronto, I mean, they had it, and they let it slip away. It's the worst kind of loss. I feel bad for them. No sympathy, huh?
No.
Yeah, zero.
No.
I don't watch.
Speaking of Missouri is a very ambiguous state. I've always had a problem with Missouri because nothing ever happens there.
Have you been there?
Once, St. Louis.
Have you ever watched Ozark?
I
Funny
went, to
happens.
an, I went to an Iron Maiden concert in St. Louis. It was very good, but otherwise, it's a very ambiguous state. I don't like it. Nothing ever happens there.
Yeah, I have a problem. Like it's two major cities almost don't even seem like they want to be in the state.
Yeah.
Like they've got suburbs in Kansas and Illinois.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
Kansas is actually a very nice state. I was in Topeka. It was quite nice.
I will say I heard you, Sean, say something about O'Dark and Spaz. I'm amazed. Your stalker is not here tonight. I don't know what's
I know.
happening.
Wait, what's
it's like
stalker?
it's like maybe they're on panel below you. or
Yeah, I know,
something.
right?
It's so
What
weird.
stalker?
So weird.
Oh, we have a stalker that has been following me around for like 2 years on this channel.
Well,
Like
hold
a
on a
montage.
second. Spaz, stalkers, people who deal with stalkers, they think of it the wrong way. I mean, think about it. If someone is giving you that much attention and making you feel that special, I mean, come on. I mean, that's something to be proud of, right? How many people do that?
Yeah. You know a lot about that, wouldn't you, O-Duck cheerleader?
Certain stalkers secretly invite you to go to New Jersey to go to a game together, and then
Yeah.
they fuck
Skip
you
the
up.
Bon
you know?
Jovi concert.
The name stalker is politically incorrect. It should be someone with a disproportionate amount of attention on you.
A
And,
morbid fascination.
we used to call them secret admirers. Correct.
Yes, there you go.
They are.
They have the magic 8 ball. Will I be with this person? Probably. Oh, okay.
So to go back to football, because I think some people might want to hear about football. Did you
Yeah.
guys see how Maryland's keeping their coach around?
Who is?
Maryland.
No.
They're keeping
Yeah,
Loxley.
Loxley.
With extra biscuits or like what?
Well,
I
and
mean-
not only is
bacon
Maryland,
and eggs.
No,
So-
it's
keeping
extra crab.
Loxley.
It's extra crab cakes. God damn
Okay.
it, Maryland.
Ole Miss gave Lane Kiffin some more gumbo.
Did they?
Yeah, they
That's
gave him more
Louisiana,
gumbo
nothing.
But
today.
did he accept it?
Yes, they signed a deal today.
Oh,
Oh,
Sure.
4-year
boy.
extension.
so his
Oh,
buyout
boy.
his buyout just went up. That's all that means.
How
Wait,
much was his buyout before, and what is it now?
They were saying 12 mil is what they're hearing.
Jeez.
12
going-
mil additional, or
12 mil a year starting next year on his extension.
Is that
For a guy
confirmed?
who has never played for the SEC title or made the playoffs.
Yeah,
Amazing.
he'll be the fourth or fifth highest paid coach in America.
Amazing.
He's a great coach, and he has grown personally since his Alabama days. I will leave it at that. He has grown.
He
I think
has,
he's
but if you haven't gotten to even a conference title
Parts of
game,
them have definitely grown. Yes. Mm.
Thomas Hero says Maryland isn't a serious program. Loxley should have been canned years ago.
Yeah,
Facts.
Hero.
Facts. You know who
Yeah,
else
I
should
know,
be canned?
Maryland isn't a serious program.
Well, you know who else apparently is not a serious program is Wisconsin.
yeah, another one that gave.
Oh man,
They're so
God,
worried
I
about
hate
these
this.
guys leaving,
Erica's
Yeah,
right.
I don't know.
and they gave him an extension.
It's ridiculous.
that
Why
was
would you
last year,
give
right?
Fickle an extension?
Did they give him another one, or was that last year? That last year's extension.
They just gave
Well-
him another one
Oh,
this
they
year,
gave
I
him-
believe.
Well,
wasn't
this,
it?
this
I don't
this-
think they gave him another extension.
But hey, they scored a touchdown in the month of October. I think that is worthy of an extension.
I
Okay.
think in defense of specifically Wisconsin, and again, I'm not defending Wisconsin. Wisconsin's defense is not like terrible. When you lose
No.
your starting quarterback,
It's not
first game of
terrible.
the
We beat
season-
them like how much? Like 30 something to 0.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying when you lose your starting quarterback first week of the season, then before the year we looked at their season. We did a preview for it, and we're like, "Guy, this might
think-
barely be a bowl team." we already projected this is probably not even be a bowl team.
They stink, and Madison
They're
is
terrible.
only this summer.
Well,
Otherwise,
hey, I just want to say, in the one game that they have won in Big Ten play, their leading passer was their punter.
Yep.
oh.
That's true.
Yeah.
One on one for 24
Not
yards.
even-
The one time they won.
Not even Brian Ferentz was that bad. Come on now.
No.
No, but guess what?
No. Deacon Hill led the team in passing every time he
Deacon
started.
Hill is not that bad. Deacon Hill saved that team from 3 losses. I don't know which ones they were, and I don't know why, but he did.
Our defense saved his rear end. We won despite him,
Erica, I
not
will say
because
this.
of him.
Erica, I will say, I think Iowa is going to break through in the Big Ten. Their team
You
is
think
very, very
we're
good.
gonna what?
I think you're going to break through in the Big Ten and contend and get in the playoffs. Because not this year, but soon. Because this Iowa team this year was very, very good.
Yeah, I mean,
Is Kirk Ferentz going to stay long?
yeah, I think so. He
I
has a
would-
contract till like 2029 or 2030.
I was gonna say he's going to be at least there for 3 to 4 more years at least.
Yeah. I mean, he's never gonna get
Then
fired.
then maybe he'll hang it up and just be like, "I'm good. I'm the winningest coach in Big
Yeah,
Ten."
I-
Well, he
I-
better be the winningest coach. He's been there forever.
He's like the winningest coach in Big Ten history, I think. Now.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
the
he
point
is.
is, he's already like, I've cemented my history, my legacy.
But he's not a history like he doesn't care about that stuff. He just wants to play football games and be with his guys and raise good young men. Since we talked about that whole bit earlier about how we're spoiling these players with NIL, at least in my opinion. He wants to raise, good quality men. Like he's not just concerned about the play on the field. He's also concerned about teaching these guys, life lessons and making them good husbands and all that stuff. So he's kind of old school.
Which is a good thing. And
It's refreshing.
Will,
I mean, look, you could end up like Adam or Sean over here. I mean,
Yeah, you absolutely could. You could end up talking about college football games in front of like 60 people
hey Ben, don't give
at 12
Stalkers,
o'clock on a Sunday night.
Ben, don't give Stalkers a bad name. You're giving Stalkers a bad name. The question I have is, will Brian Dable be the next coach at Penn State?
Right? Is Brian Dable? That would be a reasonable hire. It'd be a little
there's been a
outside
lot of
the
talk
box,
about
but I
that
think
this
it's a.
week.
I agree.
There's been a lot of talk about that this week.
About who?
Brian Dable being Penn State's new coach.
Yeah, I mean,
He was seen walking out of his New York home in Penn State gear.
well, the thing, Brian Dable has does he have any connection to college football at all? I mean, he maybe have played it. I don't even know if he did, honestly.
I feel like he has.
I don't know. His daughter goes. I do know his daughter goes to Penn
He's been in
State.
the NFL for a long time. What?
His daughter's currently enrolled in Penn State.
I am telling you, I don't care.
That's what
I'm
they were
telling
saying.
you, Jim Mora, sweet
Oh.
8-3 UConn Huskies coach, Jim Mora.
No.
No.
I think he
Jim Mora,
fits Penn State pretty good. He does fit Penn
They-
State
they
I think,
need-
pretty good.
No, what I think. Yeah, I mean, Jed Fish to Florida. It seems so set up. Jed Fish to Florida, Jim Mora to Washington. Both of them just end in their ideal locations, right? Like where they really want to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Jed Fish good enough to excite Florida?
No, he's not.
At this point.
But I don't know, Florida though, they must be hungry for anyone who can maybe get them wins. I mean, they might be just very hungry to get wins. Who knows?
Well, obviously they are.
What? What are you talking about, Tony?
You guys
What
are
did
not.
you say?
He's just trying to say the Beavers suck ass.
You
I
guys,
still cannot believe that Beavers will have 3 head coaches in 4 weeks. Wow. That's special.
They must be flipping interims or something
that just means that they're not going to keep whoever their interim is.
The
right
old
now.
crazy lumberjack.
Yeah, and this is
McMahon.
yeah, that's what Tony
Oh,
said.
they what?
They fired the first interim. They're flipping interim coaches on the staff right now
Jesus
because again,
Christ.
the Beavers just gave Sam Houston State at home their first win of the season last week.
And
And
lost at Tulsa.
Then they lost at Tulsa.
31
my
to 14.
Yeah,
God.
they lost
Oh
at
my
Tulsa
God.
this weekend by 17 points as a
they
one and
were
a
a
half
6
point favorite. They were 1.5 point on the
And-
road
So-
favorite, but then they lost by
So
17.
here's the real question: where is our friend Brian Kelly going to end up?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a great question. I think Brian Kelly
Oh man,
at
no. He needs to come back and coach. Come back to Grand Valley State, man. We miss him up here.
I'll tell you where Brian Kelly should go.
We do. Come on.
Brian Kelly should be the next head coach at the University of Michigan, replacing
Oh,
Chip Moore.
No. There is a reasonable chance that he could end up at Michigan State because I have a feeling Jonathan Smith is probably going to be gone after this year. It's probably going to be
Jonathan
an
Smith's
0-9.
going back to Corvallis.
What was that?
Jonathan Smith is going back to Corvallis.
Oh wow, yeah. So he was a Michigan State AG. Okay, so yeah, Michigan State has a choice between Brian Kelly and Brian Dable here if they want to make that move.
You know, one Brian Kelly is going to go retreat onto the secret island with Ed Ogeron and spend that LSU money.
This is but Brian Kelly spent his whole career in this Midwest, this Great Lakes.
No, it's gonna be it's gonna be Ed Ogeron's gonna be saying "Go Beavs."
Ed Orgeron, that'd be amazing. I
Or
would
again,
I
or
would absolutely love Ed Orgeron.
Or again,
at the Beavers.
or again, go Bruins. Go Bruins.
Nah, Ed Ogeron's gonna go to "Go Beavs."
Either one, I'll take either one.
Jim Mora might go to UCLA.
But there's a name nobody's talking about, and his name is Will Stein. Watch Will
Yeah,
Stein.
we
He's
know.
gonna go somewhere and be a head coach.
I don't know if he's gonna this year. There'll be some spots open, especially if like somebody from James Madison or one of those guys, takes one of them bigger jobs at Penn State, Michigan State, whatever, Florida, LSU. There's so many open gigs right now. It's
Hey,
insane.
Spaz, after what Governor Landry pulled at LSU, I wouldn't want to go there if I was any coach, but I will say Rutgers should be recruiting and going after James Franklin immediately.
But
But
James
you're
Franklin's
not
probably going
going
to end
to.
up at Virginia Tech.
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
looking like it's now leaking that they've been talking for weeks.
Spaz,
Oh,
can you confirm
it'd be ridiculous. Florida should have gotten on that train a while ago. James Franklin, for whatever you say, like he's a good coach. He'll make you a good program. Like that's almost a guarantee. Like he's not going to fail. He may disappoint you at times. He probably will, but it's just he hasn't been a failure ever anywhere.
Penn State fans think their program is better than it is. It's not an elite program.
Yeah.
It's a very good one. And Spaz,
Penn State, can we talk that it is like literally in the middle of nowhere? There's not State College isn't even a college town. Like, how do you have a university of like 40,000 students and you don't even build like a city around it at all?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
I've
Yeah.
been through Pennsylvania multiple times, and I've never driven through anywhere near State College even.
Yeah,
Pennsylvania.
Never been
they,
near
they,
it.
don't,
40
they, don't, they, don't,
minutes.
they don't even have a
It's a
highway
40-minute
that goes through
drive.
State College. It's,
How do you get to State College then?
I have
It's
no
a
idea.
40-minute drive from
I
the
mean,
nearest.
yeah.
It's out in the middle of the woods.
You pay some Sherpas and hope you're not getting abducted.
Guys, I don't know if you know this, but the Pennsylvania Turnpike is one of the most miserable roads on the face of the earth. So Pennsylvania is basically, you have the east part, which is the Philadelphia area, and then you have Pittsburgh all the way on the west. In between, it's like the hills have eyes.
Well,
There's
yeah.
nothing there.
And then there's Penn College.
Yeah. I mean, even on the east side, even like the northern part, you have on the east side, you have like Scranton, Allentown, Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah.
And on the west side, you have Erie
Yeah, my sister was in Gettysburg
stuff.
College.
Yeah.
We had to drive there when I was young. It was 4 hours, but it felt like 20 hours driving there. Forget about it. Pennsylvania, they should wipe it off the map, except for Pittsburgh and Philadelphia.
Can we just have like some sort of vortex that just removes like the central 2/3 of the state?
Yes, it's called a bomb. Bomb the middle of the state and keep the city.
I do not condone the messages that are being advanced here on this show,
You're the
YouTube,
host
by
of
the
the
way.
show.
I do not condone these messages.
You're the host.
Don't
These
kill me.
messages do not reflect my employer or whatever the saying is.
And
Yeah.
PJ
The values of the show. The values of the show are channel.
PJ Fleck is a bum.
That is a legally binding statement.
Who's a bum? Who's a bum? Who'd you say, Adam?
Fleck, he's a disgrace.
Oh, PJ. Don't even get me going on him. Oh, my God.
Ugh.
Ugh. Used car salesman.
Yes. He reminds me of that guy from that movie Fargo, the car salesman who was guilty of the crime but wouldn't want to admit
Mm-hmm.
it. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll tell you, most years when we beat them, nothing makes me happier.
Oh, breaking news, guys.
This show
Bill-
has
Bill Belichick releases a statement
this
saying
value.
he will not pursue any NFL coaching jobs.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, I thought that the breaking news was the message that's on the screen. I'm
I
sorry.
thought it was going to be that his girlfriend dumped him.
No, I mean, to assume we have values, I just, I mean,
That's our optional.
That is a slanderous statement.
That is
to say
correct.
we would have any values.
There's a 90-year age difference between them.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, if anyone's seen my Monday night shows, which is live tomorrow, Monday night, also on the Exploited and the Sam channel, you should know there is zero values involved. Or if you watch
None.
me and for the last 3 years at all.
Spaz, can you confirm that Lane signed an extension? You saw that?
Yeah, I saw that earlier today.
Hey, the Manson family. Let me tell you something about the Manson family. If you want, you gotta look at it holistically. All right.
Family values if it was Manson family.
Leslie Van Houten was granted parole last year and is now out.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
How old is she now? Jesus.
70s.
I was about to say, I was like, good Lord. I was like 80? I'm like, God damn.
I
She's
think
been denied for like,
Charles
she's been
was,
denied for like 20 years in a row or something.
Lane, 12 hours go from on 3 break.
Well,
Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss agreed to a 4-year, $4 million a year extension running through 2035.
Wow.
Kiffin will now make $12 million a year.
Man, oh man.
What does that look like?
$12 million a year at Ole Miss, huh?
Yep.
Where are they going to get that money in Mississippi to pay a coach $12 million?
From Mendami.
Donnie. Yeah, I don't.
Does he have some
Yeah,
type
that's
of,
from
like,
Pete
tax in
Nakos,
Mississippi
so
or
that's
something?
pretty
Mondani will
legit.
introduce the universal tax that crosses borders.
All to save money on social welfare.
Hey, listen, in 15 years, I'm going to be getting a Social Security check. Do you realize how horrible this is?
That's federal, not state.
It doesn't matter. I'm going to be 65 in 15 years. I can handle this.
Glenn is right. I think that will make him definitely the richest man in the whole state.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
he probably already
Yeah,
is.
because
Yeah.
even the Tuies, they don't live in Mississippi. They're in Memphis. There.
12 million in Mississippi is like 18 million in New York City.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's probably
It's
more
like
than
it's like
30 or 40, 30 to 50. 30
Yeah.
to 35 at least. I mean, it's like it's well over double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 million.
12 million.
like 12 million
Holy
in
shit,
Texas.
they barely
I-
have
I
running
I-
water.
don't
like-
think you realize like how much more expensive these major metro areas are than
Yeah, I was like, even here in Houston, if you made 12 million a year, but then I went say to go live in downtown, like in whatever, Manhattan, New York, that 12 million would shrink to basically almost like seemingly like making 1 to 2 million.
Yeah, at one of the new apartment complexes in New York City, the penthouse, there's a penthouse that is going for 250 million.
Yeah. And here I can get something similar without all the fucking, just fancy ass marble for no reason.
Yeah.
And you can get it here for like 10 million.
Yeah, and if you see an apartment in New York City that's like $20 million, you're going to be very underwhelmed.
It's gonna be a closet.
My cousin rents a studio apartment in Manhattan for $6,000 a month right now.
How big is it?
Oh, it's a not. I've never been there. I've seen photos
like
of
six,
it.
like
It's
700, 800 square feet, maybe.
Oh, it's probably more. It's probably like 1,200.
Oh, for a
13,
studio,
1400.
that's still a good size. That's still a really good
But
size.
it's a studio. There's literally no bathroom, and I think there's a communal.
But there are people that say
there's a communal shower area.
There are people
Oh.
saying this is a parody account.
If you want to rent an apartment on Fifth Avenue by Washington Square Park in New York City, like 10th Street by NYU, it's a studio, 400 square feet, $4,000 a month.
Oh yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What kind of security deposit do you have to put down on something like that? Like you put a security deposit on that, it's more than you would put on a down payment on a suburban home.
You
Yeah.
only have to if you're a legal permanent resident or a U.S. citizen, though.
But guess what's happening to New York City? New York City has changed so dramatically in the last 25, 30 years because the people that are moving into these apartments are young Gen Zers who have mommy and daddy paying their rent. And it has totally changed the culture of the village and of Lower Manhattan.
True.
But no. But that is literally all that is literally all the Lower West Side, that village has ever been is daddy's money. That is all it's ever been.
Well,
Go back to the 80s, 90s. Those are the people that live there.
yeah, but there's been a
Wall
huge
Street
There's been
babies.
a huge influx of young, overeducated young people where mommy and daddy are paying for their big fancy apartment, and they're the ones who voted for Mamdani. A lot of times, 30, 25 years ago, you would have young professionals and you'd have 4 or 5 of them living in a 1-bedroom to afford the rent. The culture in New York City has changed so dramatically, and there's a lot of entitlement and Gen Zers that have taken over the village.
See, Dave makes a good point here. It's the reason he doesn't live in New York City. I wouldn't live in New York City because I don't want to be around that many fucking people.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in literally a 3-city block that has like 10,000 people.
But New York
Yeah.
City, New York City,
Absolutely not.
New York City has some amazing areas. I mean, Upper
I'm not
East,
saying it doesn't, but to get to those areas,
Murray Hill's even nice.
hell no.
It's the definition of nice place to visit, but wouldn't want to live there.
Well, Minneapolis is one of the most happy cities in America.
Well, I'm not talking about Minneapolis. I'm talking about New York City.
Well, yeah, I kind of feel like to love New York City and want to live there, it's better if you grew up in the area because you're kind of used to it, like North Jersey, Manhattan area. Otherwise, it's too much. I agree with you.
Well, if
I
you-
mean,
if
I
you
wouldn't
grew up there,
even live in Chicago. I live in the suburbs.
Oh yeah, see, Chicago was a nightmare too. I've been to Chicago. I've driven a little bit through New York City, and Sam and I were both like, "Get the fuck out of here!" We went through New York, and we're like, "Get the hell out of this place." We're
I agree.
absolutely not.
Chicago. I agree totally.
I live in Houston, and I've lived in Dallas, Fort Worth, and driven through that, and I'm like, "Yeah, no, I can't take traffic." And then when you go to a bigger city, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah,
I hate the traffic.
I live like 2 miles from Giant Stadium, about 15, 20 minutes from New York City. It's a great area to live in because it's suburban and small town, so you kind of get the benefit of being near a big city without. But having said that, New Jersey's cost of living is utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous.
And your roads suck. I told you the story that one time when we stayed about 1.5 miles from the Newark airport. We wanted to go to a liquor store, and it was like 1 mile away. It took us 30 minutes to get there because you had to drive into the airport to do a U-turn and
Oh,
deal with the
God.
one-way streets around. And then to get back to the airport, you had to go down other one-way streets to circle back around. So 1 mile away took 30 plus minutes to drive around basically a giant fucking circle because you
That's
couldn't
horrible.
go anywhere else. I was like, I should have just ran across the fucking highway.
Right.
Hey,
But I'm-
you want to see terrible roads with awful city planning that make no sense whatsoever? Come spend a week in Michigan, okay? You will. You absolutely will never have seen anything more irrational in your life than the way we plan our cities. Yeah,
Didn't the governor say that she wants to fix the roads or something? Isn't that her
is
big
exactly it. Yes, we get just buried. We get 100 inches of snow every fucking winter, and yet we don't think to like put any taxes on our gasoline or have toll roads, so we can actually have a funding plan to fix anything.
Oh well, we have a funding plan. It goes to the wrong places. So I
No,
mean,
but here's the thing. You drive down 94 in Chicago. It's fucking lovely. It is great.
Yeah,
there
it
are no
is.
potholes anywhere.
there's just
94,
traffic
290
everywhere.
What'd you say?
I said there's just traffic everywhere.
There is absolutely. And
That's not a function of snow or any of
but
that,
here's the
so.
thing: you can make left-hand turns in Illinois. You can't make them here in Michigan. We made up our own left turn. A
What?
friggin'
What do you
Michigan
mean?
left.
Michigan left. What is that?
No, it is basically like instead of turning left at an intersection, you just have to drive about a quarter mile up the road, make a U-turn, come back, and turn right.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Interesting.
It is an awful system,
Well, in
and
terms
it's everywhere in the state. It just congests traffic, and now everything's under construction all the time. Yet all the roads are always terrible. There's potholes.
I think part of the thing is Trojan Fight and Hookem here is saying the same thing about like in Texas I-35. That's one of the main interstates that runs through. When I lived in Fort Worth, when I moved up to Fort Worth, it was 2011, right after the military. They were working on the loop around Fort Worth area, and you drive around and I think they've been working on it for like a year at that point, and it's projected to be done in 2025. So in 2010, they started and said, "Oh, it'll be done in 15 years," because they'll run out of money, and then they'll walk away from it for like a year until they get more funding. And so it's just a horrible funding thing. And like, yeah, Tony says, governors always say, we'll fix the roads, and
Yeah,
then
you know
not do it.
like the thing that people have to understand is like if you've grown up in that area, it doesn't seem as burdensome as it otherwise would. I grew up in North Jersey, so the Turnpike, the Parkway, I-95, the traffic, it doesn't seem that burdensome because you're so used to it. I mean, so if you go to New York Airport and you're not from New Jersey, you want to get the hell out of there because all you're going to be surrounded by is I-95, the Turnpike, and it's going to take you forever to get where you want to go. But if you're from there, it doesn't seem that way. Now, as far as Texas goes, by the way, Austin has become a traffic hell zone. So that's one thing that Austin has been compromised by. But I don't know about you, Sean, but you're from Michigan, so I know the problems they have there. But since you've grown up there, it kind of seems not as bad. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's kind of like
someone coming from
No. Like I've been outside of it enough to realize how fucked up everything is, and it just it just fills me with a seething cauldron of rage when I'm sitting at a turn, waiting to go straight, knowing that I'm going to spend 5 minutes longer at this intersection than I really need to.
Gotcha.
well, this is the problem with all of America.
Kind of a weird system, isn't it?
It is. I mean, her pussy's getting slapped around. It's getting beat down.
Yeah.
Why not just give her a little...
My gosh, how rude.
that clip
What in the world?
made no sense, Pat. That he has access to my StreamYard and all of my Monday night clips. That clip didn't make any sense.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah. He's not the best at the switchboard yet. He seems like he's still in training.
And by
Yeah.
the way, for you folks in the chat who haven't been to New Jersey, if you go to Newark Airport, here's how you get out of it. You take I-95 north to the New Jersey Turnpike, exit 16W by American Dream and Giant Stadium. It'll take you 20 minutes to get out of there if you're driving past 7 o'clock at night or before 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, Tony's got it right too.
I will just say, oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I saw that. I will just say that I think also part of traffic issues are
10 years.
there are just absolutely fucking stupid people on the road driving
Yeah.
that should
Some people pay for their
never be
licenses.
driving.
They pay for their licenses. I'm telling you.
But I mean, obviously there are going to be that many people. Like you're on the road, you're sharing it. How many cars are there? There's hundreds
I
of cars
started,
driving
man.
by you at any time. Like we have to like design our road, design everything for the dumbest among us, right?
Erica, you have my sympathy because you are living under the rules.
Don't spaz. Don't do it.
I
Don't
mean,
do it.
Why
Why don't
Don't
we
would
just
you
do
blame
it,
Canada
Spaz.
while we're into it?
Don't do it, Chad. Why would you blame Canada
No.
for that?
No.
Do it, Spaz.
I didn't hear anything you said there, Adam. I have your sympathy. Why?
Yes.
I have my sympathy because you are living under the rule of Governor Pritzker.
Well, you know what?
I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm not going to go into it. I mean, honestly, what's the point, right? All the
Exactly.
governors in the state are corrupt. Doesn't matter. But
True.
And I was gonna say is I really hope-
Illinois doesn't have any history of corruption in politics. I don't know what you're
none
talking about.
whatsoever. I don't know.
Governor
I have no
Daley is a
idea.
very ethical man.
Who?
Yes.
Daily? Oh yeah, the most
He was
ethical.
very-
Yeah. You didn't have a governor trying to sell a Senate seat for a
No, we didn't.
Yeah,
That never happened.
what is it with Illinois? Literally, statistically, it has across the board, not just governor, but also mayor, like by mayors and all that stuff.
Chicago.
The most
Have
corrupt
we talked football in the
it's
last half
thing
hour?
it's
in the
insane.
country. It's
I can bring it back to
astounding.
football. I can bring back to football. One thing I don't want to see is that the Bears change their stadium because I live not
Oh.
far from where the new stadium might go, and I don't want that.
Oh, that would suck.
I don't want it.
You don't want the stadium near you?
No.
Absolutely not.
That would be
Are you
horrible.
kidding?
Traffic.
There's never going to be quiet again,
Ugh.
and the traffic will get even worse. The traffic's going to get even worse than it already is.
I agree.
But that's only like a few times out of the year.
Oh yeah, of course. They're never going to have concerts or anything like that there.
No,
They're going to spend all this money and build it up and never have anything else.
So they have 8 or 9 home games a year. They'll probably have maybe like 10 concerts a year or so at most. Like
They're going to totally build it up. They're going to totally build it up and have a bunch of events and stuff like that and hotels and everything. So I just don't want it. It's I don't want to deal with it. I'll probably move if it happens.
Good job,
Wait,
Spaz,
wait,
on
wait,
starring
wait,
that one.
do you live like Arlington Heights area then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this: I wouldn't want to live
I
near
mean,
a stadium.
that's
I wouldn't want to live near a stadium either, because when like the Super Bowl was at NRG here in Houston, I was like, I am staying home tonight. I didn't.
Yes.
Even, I live 20 some miles away from the stadium, and I was like, I'm not even going out tonight. Absolutely not.
Erica's right.
Yeah.
Jason. DC is moving back to the district, and then the new stadium's name is going to be Trump Stadium.
Are you
It's,
serious?
and it's the Redskins.
Oh God.
no. See, living in someone in a mid-sized city that doesn't have like big-time professional sports or anything like this, I want them to build everything around me. Pump up this city property value around me.
It'll destroy the suburb.
No,
That's exactly it.
Good.
Adam gets
good.
it.
Destroy the suburb. Who
Yeah.
cares about the suburb? I don't live in the
No.
suburbs, so who cares?
Congestion will be
I
horrible.
do, and I don't want to deal with it.
That's why living in Bergen County is cool because you're by the city, but you're kind of insulated if you live in a place like Hasbrook Heights, where I do, or like Wyckoff or Ramsey or whatever. But let me tell you something. I totally forgot what I was going to say, but there was a question from Connor, I think, about what do we think Lane Kiffin will stay at Ole Miss.
Well,
Will Lane Kiffin stay at Ole Miss? I mean, yeah. He just signed an
the seal
extension.
was
He's probably
was
there.
broken now, Spaz. You started, and I was like, "Good job, Spaz," because I was like, "All right, let's let this ride." But they broke the seal.
No, I mean, did he just sign an extension?
Yes.
Rumor is that was a parody account.
Oh, well, see, Spaz, stop following.
But it's got it's got thousands of questions and everything else on it. So I don't know.
I think he's going to hold Ole Miss hostage as long as he can.
That's what he's trying to do, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think he's going to be a hot commodity, and there are a lot of big guns with open seats.
What can Ole Miss really? What is he getting paid right now? Honestly, I'd have to Google it. I'm not 100% sure.
He is getting $8 million a year right now.
So yeah. So when you said he was going to 12, I was like, Jesus. But what can Ole Miss offer him?
He makes $9 million. He makes $9 million a year right now, with the potential to earn up to an additional $2.6 million in bonuses.
So could Florida, for instance, say if Florida matched that?
Probably.
That's more enticing.
I mean, Florida. It's obvious. Florida and Auburn and a Penn State, they could all match that.
Well, I mean, the point is he really? I mean, we've already said to be a college football coach, you have to be a psychopath. So, are you going to go to Florida and go, "Hey, I have some good things here, but I have shit here"? Can he bring his whole staff, or is he going to have to find new staff? A bunch of new staff members and players, and rebuild the whole roster. And then, does Florida still doesn't have like an actual president, right?
No,
it's like an interim or something like that. So, I mean, does he want to go to an unstable situation where the new president might come in and hate his guts or something like that and be like,
no,
it does sound risky.
He has built something special at Ole Miss where they love him, and he has a blank check. And all it takes for these coaches to get an increase in salary is find one very rich family in Oxford or somewhere in Mississippi that wants to donate $50 million, and that's your contract extension, and that's how they pay for it. Universities don't pay for this crap. They're rich donors.
I do also think how people fashion themselves, like who they think they are and where they want their values and stuff. I mean, does it align with where they are? And I think someone like Lincoln Riley, who even though he's kind of a West Texas kid, came from Texas Tech, he's kind of a California boy at heart. Like that's kind of where he always wanted to be. He always wanted to be under the spotlight in a big city. Like it made sense when he went from Oklahoma to USC. And when I think of Lane Kiffin as a personality, I don't think he's a deep heart of the South kind of guy. I think he's kind of a Lincoln Riley type. Like he wants to have the spotlight on him, being the big city, being the pressure cooker kind of. Like to me, a place like Florida seems to fit Lane Kiffin much more than a place like Ole Miss.
I'll take a line.
Tony, I have to correct Tony in the chat here. Dabo Swinney.
Dabo ain't going anywhere unless they fire him.
That's right.
I do agree with Sean. I do see the fit with Lane in Florida. I just think, you know what? He's going to have to start rebuilding that program. And what he's built at Ole Miss already, can they win a national title there? I think that's Jason. For that. I think that's going to be the reason.
What's the other one?
If he
he rebuilt a broken program at Ole Miss, and I would think rebuilding a broken program at Ole Miss is much more difficult than doing it at Florida.
I
Do you
don't
think he wants to do it again, though?
That's what I was thinking too. And by the way, guys, I'll tell you where Lane Kiffin belongs. Lane Kiffin belongs at USC. A return to USC. That I think is.
Well, he's already been at USC though. That's the thing.
He said a return.
Yeah, I think that's where he would be in the spotlight and be a great fit. I think Lincoln Riley would be a better fit at I mean, I'm not saying Riley would be a perfect fit at Florida, but I think he would be a reasonable fit at Florida or LSU.
Tony says he thinks that Dabble will likely retire if he gets fired. How old is he?
Oh, he's
Yeah.
not that old. He's in his 50s still.
That's what I thought.
That was late. I think late 50s, 57.
He's still got time. He's not
I mean,
going to
for the
retire.
point,
No,
he,
and
what
I mean-
I called him out. I corrected Tony because he said that they had never won. They were the only ones that won. I said Dabo. Dabo's 55, so he's actually. I thought 57. He's 55.
I'll tell you where Dabo should go. Florida State.
That's only if Norvell gets fired.
I want to place a future bet on Dabo becoming the head coach at Liberty at some point because I feel like that's where he belongs right now.
Really? No. Well,
I got.
how can he justify Clemson being 5-5?
Spaz, what are you sucking on?
Don't answer that, Spaz. Don't answer that question.
Well, he needed slurping sound even the last time. He's like, I was like, okay, now it's becoming. What the hell are we doing here?
Don't discriminate based on people's preferences.
What about Pat Fitzgerald? Where is he going to end up?
Nowhere. He stinks.
No.
You don't think he's going to end up anywhere?
What about Arkansas?
You know
Ooh.
where I was thinking was Wisconsin.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah.
I think he's
Well, yeah.
really well suited for Wisconsin.
That's
I think-
Well, yeah, I mean, like he hasn't coached at all since that whole thing went down. That's the weird. Like he's been nowhere.
I don't think was he able to until they settled.
Maybe
They only
not.
recently
Probably not.
settled.
No, probably not. Yeah, but he's
He
also
probably
been
wanted-
out of the game for
he
a
probably just
couple
wanted to
years.
stay
So
out of
that's
But he probably wanted to stay out of the limelight. Maybe just rethink coaching things and stuff like that too. I mean,
no. Erica's right. Wisconsin would be a good fit for them.
It
'cause
would, it would.
I mean, well, he's a Chicago kid who just knows that area of the country really well.
That's a
Wisconsin
Yeah,
needs to get
Madison's
that.
not far. He's got the recruiting footprint here.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
That's 100% right.
It would make sense for sure for him,
Some-
but he.
Some
to me,
Iowa
I mean,
fans want Kirk to retire and for Pat Fitzgerald to come to Iowa.
No way.
but the thing is that we already know the Wisconsin job's not going to be open for the next.
Might be
Duck
willing
is
to.
kicked.
He might be willing to take some time and do like a DC position elsewhere while waiting. If he wants that job, I'm not saying he wants a job. I don't know, but
No.
I think he's a good fit there. And if he wanted that job, he could do that.
That's a great.
But I think he needs to get in the game somehow.
That's the way to do it, though, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I could.
But
totally-
he needs to find a job because he hasn't been in college football for a couple of years at all. At any
Yeah,
case.
I just wonder if he was allowed while everything was still going on, though.
Oh, he might not have been, but to be a reasonable head coaching candidate, like you can't have that big of a gap. Like you can't take like 5 years off and say
Right.
hire me again. You know.
Yeah, to answer Connor's question, aren't they retaining Fickle? Yes, they are, but I'm talking like hypothetical. And also the first question was, where is he going to go? I'm just saying I think Wisconsin would be a good fit, even if it's not available.
It would be. You're right.
It's just too
Yeah,
bad that
I think-
Wisconsin's
I think
athletic director is really dumb.
Fitzgerald would fit best in the Midwest area. Arkansas would be a okay job for him, but I think he'd be much better in the
But
Midwest.
what I do think Arkansas, like the fan base and the alumni, probably have a bitter taste in their mouth over the Bielema.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
though Bielema
Yeah.
did,
Sure.
even though he wasn't that bad at Arkansas, but it's just like we don't want to bring another one of those farm boys,
Yeah.
down here.
Well, this Trojan fight here says there's so many job openings too. there will be a few surprises here and there. I
Yeah,
think.
that's fair. Yeah, that's for sure.
Well,
If
of
I
course.
was-
I mean, like some people, like I mean, remember when Tennessee hired Derek Dooley? It was just like
Oh,
they didn't have any other choices.
Yeah, well, and like with this, again, say you have all these job openings, bam, say Florida poaches Lane Kiffin from Ole Miss. Well, then who does Ole Miss go get?
Yeah, that's a good
Like,
question
what do they?
too.
So you start this again. I said this last week. You start this, unraveling of other programs poaching from each other, and then those programs got to go find another coach, and then it's like you're going to have some interesting hires.
It's a domino effect for sure.
Yeah.
I
No.
think that
He
Nebraska.
says
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
it says Fitzgerald might do well at Penn State, but they wouldn't hire him. I don't know if I see him going to Penn State.
Mhm.
Wisconsin.
I don't.
I can't see Pat Fitzgerald there. I don't know why.
I can't see them hiring him. Honestly, I mean that
He's
would
not
be
winning
kind of-
enough. He doesn't win enough for Penn State to be satisfied.
Yeah, I mean,
With their outsized expectations, and I think Nebraska should go after Eli Drinkowitz. I don't think Matt Rule is a great coach.
well, Matt Rule might end up going to Penn State. Like that's a reasonable possibility. Right?
But he already got an extension, although he pulled that at I think Baylor too, didn't he? That he signed some sort of extension and then he backed out.
Maybe
Well,
like that.
to go take the Panthers job.
That's so
I think
unethical.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's
But he
unethical.
might have backed out of that
was.
because the Panther thing came out and he didn't want to screw the school on a buyout or something like that, or whatever, or like put him under pressure. That could have been a mutual like agreement. I don't know. That's a little weird. When you go to the NFL, you almost don't blame college coaches because they're just taking that next step in their trajectory.
Especially nowadays
And-
with all the NIL and stuff. They don't want to deal
and-
with it, so they go to the NFL.
And the language in these contracts are for these coaches are so nuanced. Sometimes it's like they'll leave themselves an out. Like if an NFL job comes opening, they'll negotiate specific language that will allow them to get out of it under certain circumstances. So,
Yeah, it's kind of like I guess the best way I could sum this up with, some people will understand a little better, and maybe it's similar though, maybe not. At least when I was like in the military, for instance, like when we were in a band, we were getting scouted by a record label. If we had gotten signed to that record label, we could have actually all been released from our military service scot-free under all
Really?
conditions for a once in a lifetime clause, where the military would not impede upon your potential to pursue other opportunities.
I didn't know that was a thing.
like
That's
once in a
cool.
once in a lifetime. Now I don't know if that still exists anymore, but not many people knew it was there. But it's a very fine print kind of thing, and I think a lot of college coaches, like you were saying, Sean, have this. Well, if this opportunity comes along,
yes.
I am not subject to the penalty or fines and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the school just kind of goes, hopefully that doesn't happen or whatever, like.
Yeah, but you weren't in the military. You were in the Coast Guard.
And you are a Rutgers fan. So,
I set myself up for that one. Wait, so you went to boot camp and slept in a room with like 100 people? How ridiculous. That's inhuman.
yeah, it was like 7. I think it was like 70.
70?
I think it was like 70 in basic.
That's so cruel. At least they have barracks in war.
No. Well, it depends on where you are, what theater you're at.
Yeah, Adam fired the shot and got his ass kicked. So what do you guys think about who realistically will be the next Penn State coach?
I think they're in a bind. I'm not sure they should. I'm not sure they should have fired Franklin.
I totally agree with you.
I agree. I
Yep.
think
Who are they going to
that's-
hire that does better?
That was
Who's
a
realistically
panic
going to go?
100%.
Well, they really screwed up because when they fired Franklin, at the same time I understood why in a way, because they were like, all right, we're done with this, but now the domino effect hit where they lost 2 more games and they were like, okay, this is unacceptable. you've lost the team. But then other schools started firing their coaches, and then Penn State probably was like, "Oh shit."
What did we
Well,
start?
they should have
We're-
thought of that, though. I mean,
I know,
in the
but
world
they-
we live in now.
I know, but Penn State was like, "We're going to be the top job on the market," but it's like now it's Florida,
LSU. Yeah, they're
LSU,
number, they're
even
number
even
three,
even UCLA. I mean, it's still a relatively good job. I mean, it's not the greatest.
Man,
inspiration,
UCLA,
but I mean,
I'll never forget.
Oklahoma State is on. Is open already. Was open already. It's like you're competing with a bunch of programs.
America,
Yeah.
one thing I've realized in my lifetime is that people who are in very prestigious positions often are so damn incompetent. And I apply that to Pat Kraft. That was a mistake to fire him in the middle of the season without thinking through who are they going to get and how feasible is it going to be that what they're going to get is of better quality. And I don't think they're going to get somebody who's going to want to go there with national championship expectations for a program that has not competed for a national championship in years. And how is it that Franklin should be blamed for Drew Aller's interception against Notre Dame or against Oregon? What are we placing on these coaches?
Well, I mean, okay, I'll push back on that somewhat. He is responsible for the final product they put on the field.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to excuse him the fact that he recruited a quarterback who's a bit of a flake, but I will say something that when we talk about like the growing problem of money in college football, I think this is where it rears its ugly head. I think the direction of all of these athletic departments, not even just the football program, is being driven entirely by the donors, the money, and they are entirely reactionary and emotional, and they don't necessarily, get together and form a rational assessment.
That's so true.
Of where they stand as program.
That's
But a few rich car dealers throw up and say, "Fire this guy," and he's gone. You know?
That's right.
That's the world that athletic departments live in now. They just don't have the control or the agency that they did.
Well, and
10 years ago.
Penn State just set a precedent by firing basically the second. I'm pretty sure James Franklin is the second most winningest coach at Penn State under Joe Paterno. They just fired.
He has to be. They've had like 3 coaches in
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So I mean, the
right?
point is they have this kind of disappointment. So after a couple of years, it builds up or whatever of this. I mean, you could say it's multiple years, but they've been consistently winning. And now they just said, we're going to fire you. The next coach that comes in, again, to be a coach, you have to be, again, a psychopath, but has to feel then the pressure to go, okay, in 2-3 years, if I'm not winning 11 games, competing for a Big Ten title every year or making the playoffs, I'm going to get canned. So they have to then make sure their contract is worth the money for whatever they're leaving now, maybe where they're successful and could stay forever. So it's again, it just creates maybe another effect 4 years later where they fire them and go, yeah, we're not doing it for us.
Yeah, and part of the problem too is that, we look at the records of these teams, but so many of these games are decided by one play or one, random event where you can't really attribute it to the coach. And when you have these dumb donors who don't know shit about college football running the show in the decision-making process, you get the chaos like Sean said you have now. As far as Jason about Penn State, he's right about Penn State because Penn State is not on the level of Bama, Michigan, Ohio State as much as they want to believe that they are. And that's why it's going to be hard to get a coach that is going to be better than Franklin. So I think Pat Kraft made a mistake at this point.
Yeah, he did. I agree with that.
It's going to be interesting. There's so many jobs. And again, we're not done yet. There's going to be a couple more openings. Not maybe necessarily the high profile job, but there's going to be a couple more interesting openings where you're going to see what happens. I don't know.
Well, the other part of it too is like, obviously the money does play a huge part in all this, like we talked about, but there's also the hometown hero stuff, like Louisville, right? Jeff Brom, do you think he's really gonna ever leave?
No, not unless they fire him. I mean, he's an alum, so he was there
Exactly.
before,
So there's some of that in there too.
yeah.
I mean, well, he would be foolish to leave unless there was just an undeniable opportunity in front of him.
Yeah,
Well,
like
people were mentioning
Jonathan.
his name for
Jonathan-
Penn State.
Yeah,
No, I mean,
he'll-
Don't
he's
worry,
not
Trojan fight. Don't
I mean,
worry,
I-
Trojan
I-
fight. After you lose Saturday again, the boosters are going to can Lincoln Riley because they're going to say he can't win the big game, just like James Franklin, and he's going to be gone.
Yeah,
There's no-
and then where does where would USC even think to look right now?
Nah,
Lane
For another
Kiffin?
head coach.
Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin ideally, but I mean, I don't think there's a single coach in this country, including Nick Saban, that could go up to Eugene next Saturday with USC and beat the Ducks.
No.
I don't know if I quite agree with that. I think USC has about a 25% chance of winning that game. I
When
think
you
they're-
talking about USC can get a coach for cheap because he's already rich. Go Trojans!
What?
Bring
No,
back Ed O. Bring back Ed
USC has a
O.
pretty good football team, but like this is the problem. Like you listen to the Michigan fans, they say like going 8-4 is not acceptable. Well, it's what you're left with right now. I mean, it's you're.
Well, let's think about
what-
Iowa, for example.
Mhm.
Now, Kirk Ferentz has been at Iowa for how many years? He's done a great.
Well, it depends. If you include his Hayden Fry days, it's even longer. He was under Hayden Fry.
Yeah, and he's
Well,
been. A,
didn't he leave and come back to become the head coach?
Yeah.
Wasn't he in the NFL before he came back to
Yeah.
college?
Yeah, he was.
and he's been a
Yeah.
great coach. My point is, there's no other coach in the country that I think could go into Iowa and do a better job than him. And I think Iowa was right to stick with him.
I beg to differ. A lot of us are tired of him.
Well, you know,
Well,
more than-
I concur with Adam's point. I think he's been a phenomenal head coach for which.
No, don't get me wrong. He's going to leave on his terms, like when he's ready to retire, because that day will, even though some Iowa fans will never admit it to you, that day will come where he's going to retire. And he's even said, like, he wants to secretly retire, like, as a line coach. He wants to be an O-line coach again before he retires permanently.
Who,
So eventually
Ferentz?
yeah. So eventually he'll
wow.
step down. I mean, I don't know if it's actually going to, materialize, but what he'd love to do is one day probably step down or whatever and then become an O-line coach somewhere. That's what he said he wants.
Preferably at Iowa.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Keep running that zone blocking scheme and running those stretch plays
I
But
just
I mean,
outside truth.
no, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was done.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't know, like Iowa, I feel like they'll still hire maybe internally when he does leave. Because I mean, it's not if, it's when. Let's be honest. He's not gonna be here forever. He's old.
I just don't think Iowa could get any coach that's better than Ferentz for that program and for that fit.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you is eventually someone's gonna have to be, because he's not gonna stay for. I think he stays maybe another 3 or 4 years, maybe.
Do you?
And that's it.
Do you
He's
think?
like my sense from him is, well, one, like you say he's old. He looks like he's an exceptional health. Right? I mean, like he looks like
Oh
he's
yeah,
been
no,
very-
his health is fine. Like, that's not what I mean. I
Yeah.
just think I'd like to see a better team and a better offense.
Yeah.
He's old school.
But well. Here's the thing with Kirk Ferentz, he's delivered such a reliable, consistent product for all this time. If you move on from him, you're taking a risk.
Yeah, I
You know,
realize that, but
it could go bad.
our head coach, our new athletic director has had to hire two coaches already, and she's knocked both hires out of the park. So I have confidence in her to make the right choice.
For sure.
But,
She's got a long history. Well, I mean, not a long. I mean, she's just been with Iowa for
A few
that
years.
time. What?
A few years. Because she was
Yeah.
interim before she became, the
But
director.
there's risk in any hire. Like she's not going to knock every hire out of the park. Like that's just unrealistic.
Yeah, but
to expect.
what I'm saying is, if you're an Iowa fan, it's reality that we're gonna sooner rather than later have to hire somebody.
Well, then, as our Minnesota, our Golden Gopher fan here, Dave asked then Eric, and then he corrected himself, Erica.
So what I would like, so what I would like, and I know this probably isn't reality, but I'd love for Bob Stoops to come in for a few years under like a temporary type of deal where he mentors whoever the next coach is. Because
Erica,
even though
go ahead.
he's still an Iowa guy through and through, he talks about it all the time. So I think he would do that. He's still technically coaching, even if it's not college.
What about Luke Fickle at Iowa?
No, thanks.
What
Hard
about-
pass.
Do you
Actually,
think?
honestly, if we're being serious, what I might like to see if they decide to stay in the building or whatever, the person who's our current offensive coordinator, I'd like to see him maybe be head coach. He has head coaching experience. Tim Lester,
Yeah.
he was at Western Michigan.
Yeah, Tim Lester's been around.
He's a suburban Chicagoan too. There.
I mean, that's not why I'm picking him, but it's true that Iowa recruits very well in the Chicago area.
Iowa is one of those programs though where I think the fit is so critically important, and
No, it definitely is. Definitely.
Yeah, it's hard to. I don't know. It's hard to identify after Ferenz who might be that right fit.
I think that part of the reason it's hard to figure out is because he's been here for so long.
Yeah, I mean, like he's so tied into the identity of this program. I mean, it just is what he's built. That's
argue too that Hayden Fry was so in tune with it and so much part of it that would be hard to picture if we were having this conversation where it was Hayden Fry who was leaving right now.
Yeah.
It would be hard to picture who that would be too because he was so iconic at Iowa.
Yeah.
Our chat's being ridiculous. They're saying PJ Fleck, Bielema,
PJ Fleck?
any of the younger Stoop brothers.
PJ Fleck, you think Iowa fans want PJ Fleck? Are you fucking kidding?
That's Troy. So you have.
There's
to
no
ignore
way
him.
in God's green earth that Iowa would want PJ Fleck. He is totally not the Iowa personality at all, and that's important to Iowa fans. There's no way. No offense, Dave, but there's no way.
No, that was Troy. That was Troy who said that.
No, I'm saying Dave because he is a Minnesota fan.
I'll tell you something. James Franklin might be a fit at Iowa.
No, it's going to be the same stuff again where we're only winning 8 games a season. I don't want that anymore.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm tired of being just almost there and like usually winning 8 or 9 games and then sometimes we win 10. Like I'm tired of that.
Right.
Because I think we could do better.
Welcome to Oregon, but prior to 2000.
And I think we could get good enough recruits as well. I mean, who would have thought if someone had told you during the Brian Ferentz years that we'd get a 4-star quarterback, you would laugh me out of this chat. We just did that.
Troy says he knew that would get you.
You know who I think would be a really good fit at Iowa? It'll never happen, but I think Kalen DeBoer would be a good fit at Iowa.
A lot of Iowa fans like that idea that when I've been in, chats with Corey and stuff, like with the Iowa fan base after games and stuff, and this comes up, that's a name that comes up for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I think the ship sailed. I mean, like, I think you would have had that opportunity.
Yeah, we're not getting him. I know.
Well,
4 or 5 years ago, it's just not realistic.
Wait about 2 to 3 more years, and he might get forced out of Alabama. So.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and also, he's a South Dakota guy. So, like, if anyone could transition to Iowa, well,
Trojan Fight says, would Iowa flip the script and get an offensive coach after having so many years of bad offenses? Trojan Fight, the person I mentioned, Tim Lester, he's an offensive mind. He's a quarterback.
Well, if Ferentz is technically kind of an offense. I mean, like he coached the offensive side of the ball.
He was a defensive lineman though when he played football.
One could give the God a coaching opportunity. He's never had one before.
Who?
Tim Tebow, God.
No.
Oh God.
God. Oh man.
If you have divine intervention, if you have 2011 Denver Broncos divine intervention on your side, I don't know how you could turn that down.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just thinking about like maybe Iowa alum who could do it, and I know this sounds nuts, but what about George Kittle? That would be interesting stuff right there.
After
That
he
would be
retires.
interesting. He might be closer to retirement by the time Kirk goes. Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, is it the thing? And someone like LeVar Woods as an Iowa, like as far as alums that are actually in coaching.
I would take Tim Lester before LeVar probably, but I'd love to keep
Yeah.
LeVar here. I think he's a
Yeah.
great coach. He's never left Iowa, and that could be seen as an advantage or disadvantage. I personally, part of the reason I like Tim Lester is because he's been a lot of places. He's been in the NFL. He's been at other colleges. He's been a head coach, and he's an offensive mind.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Chuck Long, yeah, he's still around. He still lives in Iowa, actually. He has a weekly podcast with one of the Iowa media where he analyzes all the games and stuff like that. So, and he still works with Bob Stoops too.
I'm amazed at all these former Iowa athletes that just end up living in Iowa.
Well, I mean, it's kind of that's part of Iowa's identity. A lot of like people who love Iowa who are alum, like a lot of them do stay in Iowa, or half of them come here too to Chicago. So,
yeah, I mean,
yeah, a lot of people who I'm not from Iowa, I'm from the Chicago area. Like that's where I grew up and everything. And a lot of people who are Iowa fans who live in Iowa, who are from Iowa, want the next head coach to be an Iowan. Like someone was saying that Saturday night on the post game show that Corey Brada did. And they had a whole discussion about that. So I thought that was interesting.
What do you think about Tom Herman, the former Texas coach?
Don't know enough. I mean, is he from the Midwest?
Don't know.
No, he's from like California, like the West Coast kind of.
Ohio.
He's from Ohio?
From Cincinnati.
Was he born in Cincinnati?
Well, he was born there.
He was in Ohio. He was the Ohio State offensive coordinator. He got the Houston job right after that.
And went to Texas
and went to Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's true though. It would be hard to identify a coach who fits like the Iowa mindset, plus who would be an significant improvement, like a lot of fans want.
Yeah,
that's true. That's hard. And like someone else in the chat said, yeah, here it is. Tony said Iowa's really hard to recruit. They have overachieved with so much loyalty and longevity with their coaches. It's true. It is hard to recruit to Iowa, but I think that if we had the right person, it might not be as hard. I mean, like I said, we've managed to recruit well under Tim too.
Yeah.
You think Kirk Ferentz is going to have a big say in who the next coach is?
No, probably not.
Well, I mean, in Iowa, because they've retained like so much cultural identity to the past and stuff, it makes it kind of. I just think it makes it hard to move forward into the future because they.
But I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying.
The way they run their program right now, the way they seems so anachronistic, seems so old timey. You know, it's just I don't know.
I
like
think what we need,
who could like that is a long bridge to build from where Iowa is right now to where the modern program. Like think about like where Iowa is compared to like where Oregon is. Oregon is like the super modern program, like always like just manipulating and bending the rules or just to try to get forward. Today in Oregon or in Ohio State or in Michigan, like who are just super aggressive pushing forward, whereas Iowa, like they feel like they're stuck in the 90s, early 2000s. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think you can still keep tradition but modernize it. And I think that's what they should be aiming to do with their next hire.
Yeah.
So I think part of the charm of Iowa is that we do, like someone in the chat said, we do more with less. I mean, you can't argue that any program in the country does better at that than Iowa. I mean, look at all the NFL players we have who are 2-stars, who are unrecruited, who were walk-ons.
Yeah, you guys develop players very well.
I mean, like, yeah, you guys turn players like who played 8-man football in South Dakota into NFL players.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, it's
that's what Iowa does, and that's part of the secret sauce of what they do.
Yeah.
Even though it's not so secret, because if anyone, any college football fan knows that. I mean, I'm not saying that to brag or anything, but that's what Iowa does, and that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 15-minute bell.
All right.
Last call.
Mom Dummy?
Oh my gosh.
Mommy?
Sorry.
I wouldn't mind seeing Brian Kelly gif before the night's out.
Oh.
Spaz always has that lined up. Come on, give us the Uma Thurman. Brian Kelly.
Oh, Ben's got that somewhere.
Yeah.
How about, do we believe that Bill Belichick will turn North Carolina around?
No.
No.
Neither. Yeah.
No.
I don't think there's much to talk about there because
that.
it's a no.
He went there to get his kid a job.
Deion Sanders to Iowa.
Oh, hell no. Gross.
Yeah.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling Deion is going to be medically retiring, or he might stay one more season at Colorado before he calls it quits. And I don't think he's ever coming back to the college game after
I don't
that.
think so either. John Gruden.
Yeah, I thought I don't think he belongs in college.
What about this name, Jimmy Rogers, the current head coach at Washington State, who was great for South Dakota?
That'd be a great. I think that would be a great hire for Iowa.
I think so too. Jimmy Rogers, I think, because I think Iowa is the type of program that wants to hire somebody that they could perceive is going to be long term and a great culture fit. And I think Jimmy Rogers could be it.
Yeah, culture fit's really important for sure. I mean, look what they did with the basketball coach, right? They finally got rid of Fran, which would not have happened if it wasn't for Beth, by the way. I'm just saying.
Right.
And they hired Ben McCollum, who's he's a very, very good coach, but he's from Iowa.
Right.
That's not a coincidence.
Yeah, I would think people in Iowa probably want somebody who has Iowa roots.
Or at least Midwest. At least Midwest.
Yeah.
That's definitely for sure.
Man, that's going to be a critical hire. How longer do you think Kirk's going to stay at Iowa?
Oh, maybe 3 to 4 years.
I could see that, yeah.
I think that's the most, though. Part of me thought he was going to leave this year, but I don't think so anymore.
See, the thing is about him too. Like, I feel like he's got a lot of life left in him. Like we said, he's in phenomenal physical health. It looks like. I mean, we see. I mean, he seems like a very, whatever his age is, I don't care. Like, he seems very virile, like strong.
Yeah.
Person. And I'm like, he's got a lot of life left to live, I think. I mean, and if he goes out on his own terms, like, what is he going to do for the next 25 years?
He wants, like I said, he wants to coach O-line. That's going to be part of it. Mm-hmm. I'm sure once he goes, that's going to be part of what he does.
So
I don't know, though, if he would go college or if he'd try to go NFL. That's an interesting thought. I'm not sure.
I wonder if he wanted to coach O-line, if he would stay at Iowa to do that.
I'm sure that if the next head coach, whoever that might be, would have him, he would do it.
Yeah.
He loves Iowa. I mean, he's from Pittsburgh, but he loves Iowa.
What a great transition for a new coach. Like a kind of
Keep the culture around, yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
You know, guys, this has been the best show. It's 1:22 a.m. in the morning.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, work tomorrow is going to be a lot of fun, I'm sure, but this was worth it.
Yeah, this was a great
It was a lot
show.
of fun.
Great talking to you all.
I hope that the people in chat don't mind us going off topic.
They're used to it here.
It's
This is
amazing.
a
Like
weekly occurrence.
no matter what we do, we lose no viewers ever. It's-
Trojan Fight says, I don't see why you want the regional guy. You want the best hire. Trojan Fight, I agree, but I'm not an Iowan. I went to school there, but I'm not a native Iowan. And I can tell you that a lot of people who live in Iowa or who are from Iowa do want someone at least from the Midwest. I have a little bit of a different perspective, but most people who are from Iowa want someone who's from Iowa or from the Midwest at least.
yeah, I mean, there's
Tony, the
there-
only thing that Chip Kelly would come back to Oregon for would possibly be to OC, not to coach O-line. He would come back as an OC. And if Will Stein left, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, when he was at Ohio State last year, he was not in charge of any position group. Like that is
No,
what you
he's
bring.
strictly the OC, play caller.
Yeah, what you bring Chip Kelly there to do is design offenses and call plays. That's what
Yep.
you want Chip Kelly to do.
Unless you're playing Michigan.
Because he doesn't
Yes,
recruit.
yes. That is absolutely 100% accurate right there. So
So what about my Brian Kelly gif? Is that a no? I guess we're not getting the gift tonight.
I don't have those.
Aw, okay.
I don't have those. Those were on the other networks thing, and then they all got deleted.
That's
Well, I
why
don't know how that works behind the scenes at all. Sorry.
Yeah, that's not on my. This is my private StreamYard.
that you have to do something. We cannot end this show without something that
Well,
represents Brian Kelly in a very creative way.
Or how about a clip of when he banged a table? That was
I'm-
hilarious.
Gonna win.
God, what a little temper tantrum that was.
Spaz is searching. I can see his eyes scrolling through clips.
Guys, I want one of those ice pops.
They're fucking good.
They look good.
What flavor was it?
Lemon lime.
Oh, yum. I love lemon flavored.
I don't know. Well then, let's go through this. We've been here for goddamn almost 3 hours. Getting on
I
there.
thought somebody asked for drugs earlier.
Fine for Erica's sake. Here, anyway, after this show, fuck me.
If they're prescription drugs, they're automatically healthy.
No, well, these might come with a prescription for a veterinarian.
Drugs! Look out, drug train coming through. Who wants some drugs?
There you go. There's your
Yeah, that
depravity.
was not what I requested.
There's your depravity for the night. There you go.
oh no.
I hope
That
you're
was a
all.
lot more scary than Brian Kelly.
That was not
Satisfying.
sufficiently aligned with Erica's request.
Not even close.
Nope.
No, it was Dave or somebody else that
Yeah, it was
Might
way
be-
earlier. It was way
way
earlier.
early. It might have been Tony.
I feel like this show is going to get like 10 million views.
We're gonna go viral.
It should. It really should.
Yeah.
If there was
Well-
any justice in the world.
Then everyone
Yeah,
just needs
Jack-
to.
Like how many views did the Hawk Tua clip get
Oh
worldwide?
God, that whole thing is. Oh,
Well, everyone just needs to take this show and just share it on their X, their Facebook, or whatever like that, and we can start building this up even more.
We've
This is
talked
what
about
so
every-
What is this Dan Lanning, Todd Graham, tomato face deal?
I don't know. The only Dan Lanning face I know is the one taken after the Penn State game.
Yeah, where they all said he was literally like high as shit.
Coked out.
Yeah, I gotta give a lot of credit to the people in the chat. A lot of great comments.
Yeah, right, Glenn. You're right.
Yeah.
But we've talked about every topic possible except one. Let's talk about God. We'll talk about what do we have to say?
Let's talk what?
God. And I'll tell you why. I took a test online called amigoingtoheaven.com, and the answer was
Absolutely not. He just went to hell in the bottom backstage. Purgatory. Welcome to Purgatory.
well, if I go to purgatory for like 10,000 years, if you think about it, in the context of eternity, that's like a fraction of a second.
Glenn actually is correct.
Yeah.
We talked about that. Oh, we did. Tony, I don't know how to interpret that statement.
Yeah, I don't.
Taco Bell, by the way, yeah, Taco Bell has declined.
I call it Taco Hell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like Taco Bell took
the next $5 on the shitter.
they took the quesarito off the menu. They took the Mexican pizza off the menu. Like what are you doing?
Most fast food have declined over the years. That's why I haven't eaten out of fast food in years.
No,
the only time we did was
like they don't take their like bellwether items off the menu.
Apparently they do.
Well, I can
Only Taco Bell. Only Taco Hell does. But which is fine because like tacos are the easiest thing to make, and I know how to actually like braise my beef here. So
wow, way to be culturally inappropriate and encroach on their,
Hey, listen.
Encroach on that.
Hey, well, culture. It's Taco Bell that is appropriating actual Mexican culture here. I'm not doing that.
Troy,
I actually like real
McRib.
tacos, like legit, authentic tacos. I don't frequent Taco Hell.
And they're like the easiest thing in the world to make on your own.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like, you know what? Whatever. I've got some ground beef at home. I can chop it up. I can put it on the skillet.
Hey, Taco Bell's great when you're drunk and you're driving around at night and you just need something to eat because no one's in line.
Because you know that is where the police are hanging out, right?
No one's in line. No one's in line.
Taco Hell. But
I
Taco
live
Hell is
in
so
Texas, for fuck's sake. Do you think I don't know how to get a good taco? Fuck me.
South Central Los Angeles.
Given your circumstances, I think you should know better how to get it.
No. I live with a Latino, and he eats my tacos because he doesn't cook. So
you guys are missing.
I got fucked on that deal.
You guys
I feel like Taco Hell is so bad now that it wouldn't even be good if you were drunk when eating it.
But Ben, you said he eats your tacos. Do you have a revelation for us to share?
I don't think that's appropriate for this show.
And you've been living a lie on this.
You know what? I get what you're. I think I get this joke, but you guys are making a huge mistake because you're talking about food when you haven't learned the lesson of the night. And I'm going to tell you a very short story. It's all about your teeth, and I'll tell you why. Last January, I went to the dentist for the first time in 35 years.
That's good.
Oh boy.
Jersey.
As of Saturday, 10 visits later, my teeth are finally healthy.
Congratulations.
Now,
how many implants?
I deserve an award for the most irrelevant and ridiculous comment of the night, but no implants, just fixing cavities and scaling
full dentures.
But hey, now I can really enjoy those tacos. And if you want to have a good taco, Chano's, South Central Los Angeles by USC, authentic Mexican tacos with carne asada, like chunks of beef, like real tacos. Taco Bell is trash. It's a disgrace. It's worse than George W. Bush.
What a reference! What a comparison!
I don't know where the fuck that came from.
Yeah, like
Hey.
what?
Wait. But is it as bad as Warren G. Harding?
No.
Come on.
So is
I
Tasha
got a
Howard?
I should have gone with a non-Ohioan president for that.
I got a
but
question.
whatever.
Did Jamar Chase spit on Jalen Ramsey, or did Jalen Ramsey just knock him out?
Well, Jamar Chase better not have spit on Jalen Ramsey. I say this as a Bengals fan who doesn't care about the Bengals this year at all, but also as someone who owns Jamar Chase in 2 of my fantasy leagues. I cannot afford to have him suspended.
Right?
I don't
Like,
understand.
I spent the first pick in the draft in him twice. He
I don't-
Yeah.
absolutely has to play.
What
I
type
don't
of
care.
people
If he did spit on that person, I will contribute to any GoFundMe campaign to bribe the NFL commissioner to say that did not happen.
What type of people spit on another human being? I've never what kind of a it's a horrible thing to do. If you hate somebody that much, I mean punch them in the face or something, but spitting on them.
Yeah, he
Wasn't there
said
an
that's why he
Oregon
punched
player
him.
who spit on somebody?
It's coward. Spitting is cowardly.
It's like
And
it's like
Jalen Ramsey
it's
got
completely inefficient
got
too. It's like
suspended, got kicked out of today's game
yeah.
between the Steelers and Cincinnati for punching Jamar Chase. But Ramsey said the only reason he punched him was because he spit in his face.
yeah, the spitting in face is terrible. It's like people who go to AA meetings when they don't drink. It's like, you wonder what the hell are you doing here? They're like, oh, I just want to see what it's like. It's like, what are you doing? Don't spit in someone's face. If you're mad, punch them. Don't fucking spit. That's degrading. It's disgusting. And
Yeah.
there's no place for it.
Man, looking at all the chat about tacos and stuff in the chat, I'm like, I'm hungry now.
Yeah, I know. I just had steak and baked potato earlier, and now I'm like,
Erica Goldberg.
I want to go to Taco Bell.
No.
Jesus
Do what,
Christ.
You're gonna have to get drunk first.
do
I-
what you
no,
He's already there.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
He's already there.
It's very simple. Do what we do in North Jersey. Eat pasta with marinara sauce and cheese on it.
And then you can look like Adam.
And
Oh.
thank you for the compliment. I mean, I do. But
No. Come to Grand Rapids. We'll go to Donkey to Caria Luna. We'll have ourselves a good old taco.
yeah, because I'm sick of the doctors in New Jersey saying, "Oh, you're going to get diabetes." It's like whatever. Pasta's really good. So I'll try an alternative in Michigan. Michigan's a nice state, by the way. It really
It's
is.
wonderful.
White Castle. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
White
Here we
Castle
go.
originated in New Jersey.
Ben, I got one.
Oh no.
White Castle.
So,
White Castle
We
is
have
disgusting.
the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Commanders. All three have bye weeks this week.
You mean the Redskins?
So there's rumors that we could have our first triple play guest pick quadrant this week on game day because they are honoring Marcus Mariota already. And with Bo and Justin both off as well, all three of them could potentially be in Eugene Saturday.
That'd be
Actually,
interesting.
Hey, so Marcus is not on any NFL roster right now.
Yeah, he's on the
He's on the
Redskins.
Commanders.
He's on the
Redskins.
Commanders? Okay.
The Redskins he's on. The Redskins. He's on the Redskins. The Redskins.
And they all three have bye weeks this week.
Why did they change the name of the Commanders? It was ridiculous.
Why
No,
did they
actually,
change the name?
Tony, I don't like.
Yeah.
hot now.
I mean,
I like in and out.
I completely agree. I thought Washington football team was a great name.
You did?
The Washington football team. Yeah, that was good. I thought they should have kept that. Actually, that would have been funny.
Baz,
It was so weird because last night they were all saying that game day was going to be at James Madison, Washington State. And then this morning it came out, nope, they're actually coming to Eugene. They saw the ratings.
They should have gone to James Madison. Honestly,
For what? Nobody's gonna watch it. Nobody's gonna watch them
What?
there.
Do you think
Sean,
anybody more is going to watch it because it's in Oregon?
How dare you?
Oh, isn't that Greta Thunberg with her climate stuff nonsense?
Nice one.
Yes, Trojan Fight. Ryan will be on Tuesday night with Ben. I won't be here.
That's not true.
Right. Well, it hopefully holds up. So yes, Ryan
This
Abraham
show
will
has to
be
go
on.
viral. It should have 20 million viewers now.
And I have a surprise guest coming in a couple of weeks that will blow people's minds.
Vanna White?
No.
Oh.
That'd be hot though. Vanna,
It's-
who's going to win this game this year? Can you?
It's a
Do
player.
you have a D up there?
Monica
Yes.
Lewinsky. Look, this show has to go viral. This is the best show I've ever been on.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't know. The one time we did the 5-hour show before, that was pretty awesome.
Adam wasn't on that one. I don't think that I wasn't on that one either. I just came home at that was New Year's Eve or something like that. I think.
Yep, I think so.
I think I came home. I'm like, you guys are still fucking on. What the hell?
That was the best. That was the record.
I got home
if we
at
could do that, we'd
I
be.
got home at 4 a.m, and I opened my my laptop and it said, "Yeah, Voice of College Football live."
Live.
How are you live? What the fuck?
That's why
Yeah,
I was
that
looking
was
at that
fun.
clock now and going, we're almost at 3 hours, basically at 3 hours. I'm like, all right, we've talked about everything from politics to coaching searches to and Taco Bell and
Can I just give
It's
one?
Taco
Political
Hell. How
jugs.
many times do I have to say it? It's
Taco
not
Bell.
Taco Bell. It's Taco Hell.
okay, Taco Hell. Jesus,
Can I just give one final?
kill
mention?
me.
I just want to say, and this is important. Deacon Hill, I love you.
Oh God, I don't think I can handle this right now. It's too late for this crap.
Yeah, I'm losing my mind, but that's not a bad thing necessarily.
No, I think Deacon Hill should be the next Iowa coach.
I think he,
Oh, vomit. Gross.
he should be a priest.
How about the Bears with their first year head coach
Doesn't
leading the NFC North?
Bless you, my child.
Deacon Hill just sound like doesn't Deacon Hill just sound like it should be like a section of Boston College, right?
No, to me, it sounds like an offensive lineman.
Yeah. No, I
Oh yeah, Deacon Hill, I could see as an offensive lineman, or I could
He's
see it.
built like one.
well,
Or
how do you get to the
mid-level
stadium? Well, you go up Deacon Hill and
I could see him like as a mid-level bureaucrat at Walmart who just never sees
Oh, jeez.
promotion.
All right.
Did he ever email you back,
He's
by
a-
the way?
Never. He ignored me.
Unbelievable.
I know. You know what? He's stuck in aisle 6 on Walmart waiting for that promotion and wondering why he just threw all those interceptions against Tennessee. I'm just saying.
Oh, Jesus. Please, I don't want to have a nightmare tonight. Let's not talk about that.
All right.
That's it.
Sounds
We're
like a
done.
guy that
Wow.
would work at a donut shop.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think Deacon Hill beat Minnesota a few times, didn't he?
Okay,
Deacon Hill beat
don't.
everyone in the Big Ten West. I said almost said the NFC West. The Big Ten
Don't
West.
throw
You can say not
low.
the NFC, I promise you.
Don't throw low blows at Dave. He's had a rough weekend. okay?
Deacon Hill was the starting quarterback when Iowa beat Ohio State in Columbus.
No, he
No,
wasn't.
he wasn't. No, he
Oops,
wasn't.
Sorry.
Well,
That was
I'm
Nate
trying to-
Stanley.
Stanley, yeah.
Yeah.
He was there forever.
Yeah, he was.
I'm saying
Yeah.
don't throw low blows at Dave. Dave was just hoping Minnesota covered the spread, and they
He
didn't.
started it. Sorry, that's what you get at this time of day for me. I'm getting tired.
I feel like Deacon Hill is going to get framed for murder.
Oh,
He's going to
what the
prison for life.
hell?
No. Deacon Hill already committed murder, and that was against Iowa's offense in 2022 and 23.
10 years in prison, he has to wear his Iowa jersey for every day.
No, that's quite all right. He needs to throw out the Iowa jersey so we can forget about it.
I thought that was Brian Ferentz.
Him too.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, like seriously, the Brian Ferentz stuff, like he should have just stayed at O-line or tight end because he was a heck of an O-line coach too,
Yeah.
and a good tight end coach. So I don't know why the hell. Anyway, that's another rant for another day.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Beacon
All
Hill.
right.
Where is he
Hi,
even?
everybody.
I'm taking
I love you
control.
guys.
I'm taking control of this bitch right now. So, Spaz, starting with you, Sean, Adam, Erica. Where can people find you online if they want to stalk you? Because it is now over 3 hours,
In
and
hell.
that is a maximum
The
for me
end.
on a Sunday night. So I've got to
Yeah.
get for a media in the morning.
I gotta get up early in the morning. I gotta go to work.
So, Spaz, tell people where they can find you. Jesus, what the hell is the problem here?
Right down there.
My
Right
God.
there. Other than that, quacking off on TikTok, quacking off on X, and
Thanks,
yeah, that's it.
Sweet. Good job, Spaz. You finished the show successfully. Good job. Sean, where can people find you if they want to stalk you? Because I can repost your link.
Okay, you guys can find me on Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook, YouTube, or not YouTube, but Instagram, on TikTok, all on just my name. And yeah, that's it. You can also find me just fucking celebrating because life is great right now. We've got the number one team in
No,
the
here we
country.
go again. We already know the whole spiel.
We crushed Erica's Iowa Hawkeyes on the mat tonight to become the national duels champion.
I thought you
East
said it
Kentwood-
first on the Mac. I was like, the Mac.
The MAC, yeah, right on the mat.
I got you
yeah,
now.
I mean, like you beat Iowa in wrestling, you have to fucking gloat.
No, I get it. I don't really watch wrestling. I don't watch wrestling actually at all. So yeah, we have a damn good team, so that is an accomplishment.
Absolutely. So and watching East Kentwood and Michigan State commit Cade Kaufman headed into the state semifinals this weekend to face a bunch of Catholic groomer boys, I guess.
You're the one
Detroit
watching.
Catholic Central,
You're the one
so-
watching these young guys in tights.
What is that?
Yeah. Nothing.
What is that noise in the background?
It's a
Yeah,
stop.
what is that?
That
It's
was my
definitely not
phone.
me.
Oh, okay. I was like, what in the world?
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
so yeah.
Prayers up for a successful transplant in the morning
Thank
for
you.
Bernie Kosar.
Oh yes. Youngstown, Bernie.
Prayers
yeah.
for
Yeah.
Bernie.
Absolutely. So yeah, everything's great. Everything's awesome. And thanks to all you degenerates for staying with us for fucking 3 hours tonight. So
Yeah,
Yep.
great show.
Adam,
You guys can all find me on www.beverlyhills90210.com. And if you don't see me there, I am the co-host.
yeah, you didn't realize how much Shannon Doherty let herself go, did you?
No, but I loved her in 1992. But anyway, don't get me started on nostalgia. It's a depressing thing when you realize it'll never be as good as it was then. But you could. I'm the co-host of Rutgers at the Voice of College Football, and you can find me on Facebook by just typing in my name, or you can Google me and tell me what you find. God only knows. But great show, guys. Thanks for having me on. This was a tremendous amount of fun.
Yeah.
You forgot about DeaconHillForever.com. They can find you there too.
I love you, Deacon. I watched The Notebook last night, and I thought of you.
Oh my God.
Hey, what's wrong?
Deacon Hill more than I ever have. He's not an Iowa fan, but anyway.
Stop marginalizing me.
All right,
All right,
I guess
Erica,
it's
you're
my
up.
turn. Yeah. So I'm not on any channel on YouTube except this one and occasionally the other channel as well. You can find me on Twitter, Erikita0115. Other than that, thanks to everybody who joined us tonight and
Is that where all the
listened
good
to
photos are?
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly where they are. But anyway, thanks for, joining along with us, and tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun at work, but this was worth it. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hear you.
Thank you all for being here on the panel. As always, Erica, nice to see you too.
Yeah, pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And everyone in the chat, as always, you guys are great. You can join me on the Exploring Ben and Sam channel on Monday night for our happy hour hangout, which is even raunchier than this show. You can imagine that potentially. More politically incorrect. And then Tuesday night here on the Quacking Off, we will have Ryan Abraham. I was just typing back to him to confirm it. And it's good for Tuesday with Ryan Abraham from USCFootball.com, 247 Sports. And yeah, it'll be a good show to talk about the USC game this weekend. So it'll be fun. Spaz. Or no, you know what, Erica, Erica can have the right tonight to give us the outro.
Oh, I don't even know what your outro
Famous
is.
words. The
It's
famous
my first time on here.
Oh. So okay. It's called Play Us Out.
Pop-Tart.
Oh, Pop-Tart, of course.
Come on, Spaz. I was giving her hints. Come on. Okay, Erica, you have the right to this, and then we will get the fuck out of here.
All right. Play us out, Pop-Tart. Let's go.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Secondary burns.
I can't wait for 3
Out the
Pop-Tarts.
toaster.
What a menage a trois that'll be this year.
You like your buns burnt?